KNDY.
Almost missed it, Brian, but we made it just in time. Jason Brenniger, Brian Crott bringing you Friday Night Lights, Week 4, District Game 1. Two teams fighting for an identity here as Concordia comes in, struggling on the season, and Marysville, of course, winless. Loser last week to Chapman. We have the game for you tonight. We'll be bringing it with our brand-new statistician, Caden Brenniger. He's in the booth with us tonight, this double-expended booth. It's turned out to going to be a gorgeous night for football. Tough couple of days weather-wise, but it's going to be a fabulous night for football with the brand-new turf field. Field conditions won't be a factor. We'll see who can get their first district win. We got the Coaches Show coming up right after these messages.
Update your home today with a new look from Feldkamp's Furniture Mart. See their tremendous selection of living room, dining room, and bedroom sets and furniture, as well as bedding, accent pieces, appliances, and more. Flooring choices with professional installation are available to complete a new look from start to finish for a single room or your entire home. Financing options for any budget up to 24 months with no interest, as well as free delivery, making buying local easy. Shop Feldkamp's Furniture and Flooring in Marysville today.
Tension Envelope, the leader in envelope and packaging solutions, is currently looking to hire new members to its staff. With a great work schedule and benefits package, Tension Envelope might be for you. Don't believe me? Well, how about some of the experts at Tension convince you?
My name is Josh Schoenberger. My duty is an adjuster at Tension Envelope. We work 3 days on, 1 day off, 3 days on, and then 7 days off for the majority of the jobs that are down here at Tension.
Well, hi, I'm Deb Logus, and I've been here 43 years. I am a plate maker right now, is what I'm doing. They take good care of us. We've got good benefits.
Head on over to their website for more information on open positions, or call their Marysville location to find out for yourself if Tension Envelope is right for you.
Travel more with up to $110 total savings from Michelin and Mike's OK Tire. Now through October 4th, get up to $110 total savings via Visa Reward Card or Visa Virtual Account after online submission with the purchase of 4 new select Michelin passenger or light truck tires. Submit online at TireAwardCenter.com. See offer terms and conditions. Mike's OK Tire offers $110 total savings on 4 new Michelin passenger or light truck tires when you travel more now through October 4.
Olmsted Real Estate and Auctions, your farm and home marketing team since 1976. Let the family team of Tim, Tom, and Rob Olmsted and brother-in-law Tom Kirkland guide you in your real estate experience of selling or buying a home or farmland. Olmsted Real Estate and Auctions is experienced in providing timely, professional, and honest service. Find them on the web at olmstedrealestate.com or call today at 785-353-2210.
Welcome back into the program. I'm joined now by head coach of the Marysville Bulldogs, Tony Trimble. Before we get into last week's game, I know you've dealt with a few injuries the first part of this season. How are you looking on that front heading into week 4?
Most of the kids that we've lost to injury are still out. You know, we still hope that there's a point later in the season that we get those kids back. But right now, you know, the 2 main ones are Peyton Smith, our fullback, middle linebacker, and Thomas Barons, our started on the offensive line and the outside linebacker for us. So losing those 2 guys was big. They're both seniors, good leaders, and you know, not having them there makes a big difference for us. But you know, we talk to our team all the time about, you know, we can't use those kinds of things as an excuse or a reason why we can't be successful. And you know, hopefully we're not using them as excuses.
Like you said, yeah, tough start to start out. Lost your last game, 22-9 there to Chapman. And each week, you know, you look to get better. And like you said, kids need to fill in for places where others have been injured or for other reasons out. On the offensive side of the ball, you seem to move the ball pretty well, but just going to capitalize. I think we kind of hit on it last week. How important is it to try and find a rhythm and break through, hopefully in this game coming up against Concordia?
Well, it's something we need to definitely get mentally tougher. We need to lock in when we get in those situations. I think all 3 games this year we've had deep red zone penetration and just didn't get points on the board every time that we needed to. And so, it's a combination of we just got to make sure that we're focused and locked in. The defense, obviously, at that point becomes a little more compressed, so they can be a little more aggressive and things like that. And we just got to get to the right mentality where we're not going to be denied. And I need to do a better job of making play calls when we're down there as well. And, if we can get those things all straightened out, hopefully we can start putting some of those, converting some of those red zone appearances into points.
And breaking through, I think, is a key word, too. And the game overall, you get a chance this week coming up against Concordia, a 1-2 team, looking to kind of catch their feet as well, I suppose, heading into this game. What's going to be a key for you guys to come away with a victory?
Well, they got some really good speed in the backfield on their offensive side of the ball. And, we're going to have to contain that speed the best we can. We've given up a few big plays this year that have really hurt us. First play that Chapman had the ball last week was an 80-yard run against us. We seem to have a slow start a lot of times so far this season. So, we need to come out early and try to take control of the game early and take away their big plays and then capitalize on some of those things we talked about offensively.
Starting the attack from the whistle is always very important. From first whistle to last whistle, I think, is always a key to every game. So, Coach, I appreciate your time again this week. Best of luck with Concordia coming up, and we'll talk to you again next week.
All right. Thank you, Max.
Like new, priced right, the Nordis Motor Company in Marysville has a 2019 Chevy Traverse LT Edition with a leather interior, just 31,000 miles. They have a 2017 GMC Acadia Limited and several others in on trade at the Nordis Motor Company in Marysville.
Friday Night Lights, Marysville hosting the Concordia Panthers. We're at Pat Landau Memorial Field at the Landau Sports Complex, home of Homer Hansen Stadium. Jason Brenniger, Brian Crott bringing you the action tonight on KNDY. You can always catch these games, Marysville, every Friday night, 1570 AM, 94.1 FM. Of course, download the app. You can get it anywhere. Stream it live on your mobile phone. So, Brian, we have a matchup here of two teams looking for a win, looking for a district win. Districts, we mentioned 2 weeks ago, at least I did, over and over, how Chapman was a district game one. It was not. 5-team districts in 3A this year, and so the districts start tonight. And therefore, Marysville's 0-3 start, just as you heard in all the coaches' comments, is that was preseason stuff. It doesn't matter. Every single goal that you want to have in front of you in terms of make the playoffs, go deep in the playoffs, win a state championship, everything only starts right now. And it starts right now with Marysville hosting a Concordia team that also has struggles scoring points. They're going to run it a lot tonight, and they're going to run it a lot tonight with Stryker Hake.
Yep, he's kind of leading their offensive production. Braden Primo, he has quite a few passing yards, 19 for 33, 223 yards on the year. That's a good game stat, not really great three-game stat.
Right, and they've had a tough start to the season. Marysville, of course, and you heard Coach Trimble talk about it in the coaches' show. They've struggled with some injuries, and that's been a big deal. And he also said what you need to say as a coach that's not really relevant to us being able to go out and play good football. It's unfortunate, but that's football, and that's how it works. It's next man up. It's time for those guys to go to work. I expect you'll see some of that here tonight.
Yeah, no excuses. We got to win tonight, and that's the end of the story. Concordia opened against Chapman, beat and won that game by 6 points, 26-20. Then they got throttled by Abilene and Wamego, scoring 8 points in those two games combined.
Wow, very good. So you got some starters for us for Concordia?
I do. So starting quarterback, Braden Primo, we talked about that. He's a junior. Running backs, you're going to primarily see, number 33, Stryker Hake. And then you'll see number 5, Alec Francis. And let's see here, also number 24, Mason Eichmann. At wide receiver, you have Peyton Breeze. Tight end, Chayton Alquist-Pennell. On your offensive line, you have Keegan Beams, Jace Stolstrup, Kyle McFadden, Michael Ashland, and Tracer Murdoch. That's your Concordia starting offense.
Marysville, due to the injury bug, a little bit of change up here. At the offensive ends, Devin Tomer, he's come back from an ankle injury. He should be good to go. Colton Shoddy on the other side. Halfbacks, Rhett Williams on the left side and Will Otot on the right side. Your fullback tonight will largely be Hornbeak. Gosh darn it. Tremont. I can't believe why I couldn't remember that. Tremont Hornbeak. And then Rook Williams, your quarterback. Across the offensive line, you're going to have Dakota Slupionic, Jandre Walton. Wow, I'm struggling a little bit. Braden Doricati, Bo Urban, and Ashton Schaefer across that offensive line. So that's the Marysville offensive starters. We are about, 7 minutes away from kickoff. Before we take our last commercial break, I do want to pass along a little bit of personal news in my life. Earlier this week, I lost my grandfather. I think that almost everybody in our listening area knew Roy Nider, especially if you did any kind of golfing, kind of a legend on the golf course. And we had his celebration of life today. Certainly a sincere loss in our family and a sincere loss to all that knew him. And I just wanted to pass that information along and just put that out there. But I knew what he wanted me to do tonight, and that'd be to come here and go to work. Excited to be here, excited about this opportunity. Glad to have Caden here next to us, and we have my oldest son, Tommy, on the coaching staff. So looking for a great night of football here. We hope that Marysville can overcome some injury bugs and put out a good product as they go in their first district action. We'll have kickoff right after this.
Cromie Lumber in Marysville and Washington offers sales, template, and installation of countertops, including quartz, solid surface, and Corian. Visit CromieLumber.com or stop in 609 Carolina in Marysville or 200 Ballard in Washington. For your next kitchen remodel project, see Cromie Lumber in Marysville and Washington.
If you're a driver over 50, it may be time to switch your auto insurance. The AARP Auto Insurance Program from the Hartford is now available through Copeland Insurance Agency in Marysville. Call today for your free, no-obligation quote. Learn more about special rates, benefits, and service designed especially for AARP members. Call the Copeland Insurance Agency at 619-6220. That's 619-6220. Certain policy features are subject to eligibility and may not be available in all states. Hartford Fire Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut.
Landall Company's success story continues to be written by their loyal and dedicated team members. Landall congratulates their employees on another successful year with an incentive bonus of 12.76% or 6.64 weeks of pay. With many career opportunities available, Landall offers career advancement, stable employment, and benefits that include profit sharing, $2 per hour shift differential, 4% attendance bonus, fuel allowance, comprehensive health insurance, and much more. Start your new chapter at Landall today. Apply online at Landall.com, an equal opportunity employer welcoming vets and disabilities.
Personal care and service are hallmarks of doing business with RX Drug in Marysville. As a locally owned and operated Health Mart pharmacy, you're assured the one-on-one attention and guidance that they deliver every day. It's convenient, fast, and friendly when you count on RX. Front door parking, easy access, and if need be, they can bring your prescription out or deliver. Friendly personal service, it's how they've always done business at RX Drug, downtown Marysville.
Finishing up the Star-Spangled Banner. Well, when we went to that break, I absolutely thought I nailed it. The band was on the field. The director was on the podium, and I thought, here we go. I'll put it to break, and we'll be back after 3 quick commercial breaks, and the Star-Spangled Banner will be out of the way, and everybody just stood around for 3 spots. And so a little bit of a hiccup on the start here, and I think we'll give you a smooth product. But once this game goes along, Brian, one of the things I'm looking for tonight is what Coach Trimble, I mean, he nails it. And Max does a great job of bringing these things out. And so it really kind of steals some of our thunder. But it's offensive performance in the red zone. It has cost them points in every single game they played so far this season. That's something they can't afford to get away with tonight and expect to have success on the scoreboard.
Yeah, when I look at their record, and I've either listened to or watched all their games, and we were that conversion of those touchdowns away from being in these ball games at halftime for each one. The score at the end of the game looks very lopsided. It does not tell the story of a very close ball game. And Marysville, I mean, Wamigos are one of the better teams we'll see.
A classification up as well.
And we played with them in the first half.
Yeah, for sure.
So Marysville proved that they're capable. We just got to finish.
And I think that's the key. And Coach Trimble's offense, this is not a big play offense. You've seen a lot of high schools go to these big play offenses. I think of Rock Creek and how Rock Creek, on a play-by-play basis, there could be 50 plays, and you're going to win defensively 40 of them. But you're going to lose those other 10 so badly, they don't care about that. And that's kind of the trend in college football, and we've seen it some in high school football. Coach Trimble, entirely the opposite. His whole method and process is about ball control. He'd like to have it once or twice per quarter, and he wants to drive the ball down the field 3, 4, 5 yards at a time, and then later in the game catch you with a big play by surprise. They haven't had that ability yet this year because with an offense like that, a 5-yard penalty, a missed block, a fumbled snap, and all of a sudden you're behind those sticks, and it just doesn't work as well.
We've had all those. Well, when we woke up this morning, I thought we might be playing in the middle of a pond.
Right.
Man, did it turn out perfect.
That's right. I mean, we haven't seen the sun in a couple of days. It's out now. It's just a beautiful Friday night in early fall in the plains of the great nation of the United States of America in Marysville, Kansas. Here we are. Captains coming out to center field, Marysville, in their home black tops, white bottoms. It's a sharp look. Concordia coming across all white, red uniform, red numbers, red lettering. Again, I'm kind of a uniform nerd. I think that Marysville wins the uniform battle tonight.
The uniform game for Marysville is looking probably one of the top it's looked. We can read every single number with no problem. So our guys, this is perfect.
Well, right, and being able to read the numbers and then being with the field the way that it is, brand new, and just all the lines out, and we're right practically at midfield. It's just really no excuses in our broadcast tonight.
30 seconds, 20 seconds until this game's supposed to start. Concordia wins the coin toss and elects to defer. I would assume Marysville is going to receive.
Yeah, they'll receive.
And they are. He's going to look into the sun by their own choice.
We'll have the kickoff right after this.
When you're raising cattle, you have your standards. The right feed, plenty of pasture. As your ag financial partner, we've got our standards too. Like being there to help you run your business with the loans and appraisals you need. Raising cattle and raising standards. So stop by and let's talk. Citizens State Bank, Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Member FDIC.
Welcome back. Homer Hanson Stadium, Landau Family Sports Complex, and Pat Landau Memorial Field. We got them all now. All deserve to be mentioned because this place is amazing. So Marysville is about to receive. To start this ball, they'll have the sun at their back. There's really no wind. Perfect opportunity for a touchdown drive.
So why would Concordia choose to put their offense in the face of the sun when they didn't have to? Because by the second quarter, that thing's going to be behind the building and non-factor.
You're preaching to the choir.
I guess if you're a passing team and your passing routes are designed for curl routes or flat routes, it really wouldn't matter much. But if you're a passing team and you want to throw over the top, boy, that wide receiver is looking right into the sun until he turns to find the football. I guess maybe that's it, because when you turn to find the football, it would be behind you.
But the quarterback's going to be looking in.
Right.
And,
yeah.
And a white jersey looks like a black jersey when you're looking into the sun. So the quarterback, you don't want your quarterback off. Sorry. We got number 9 here for Concordia. He is Caleb Hansen. He's going to do an onside kick. I believe Marysville got it really well covered.
That was a good job there. That's 16. That's number 16. That's Nathan Fisher. He's a senior. He did a really good job jumping on that. He took a hit, too, when he did it.
Yeah, that was a big play. And small plays like that are what accumulate to a win. that going the other way is just an absolute huge misfortune.
Sometimes people think that's a risky play, but it really depends on the quality of your kicker. If you've got a really good kicker, that's a risky play.
Sure.
If you don't have a good kick game, so what?
Spoken like a true Nebraska fan. Marysville takes over 1st and 10, man in motion.
Wide open.
Pass, wide open.
It's Otot.
He makes the first guy miss, gets tackled from behind. It's going to be a big gain on 1st down, well into Concordia territory.
Yeah, just a great play-action pass. Everything looked like it was going inside. Otot ran an out pattern, and he was wide open. Williams delivered the strike. 18 yards on that play.
Nice. What was great about that is Marysville has not shown very many passes on their film.
That's right.
And so opening with it, district play.
One of the things that I like the best on that play is Rhett Williams threw a heck of a block to make sure Rook had time to throw it.
Nice. All right. Rook Williams pitches. Otot around the end, heading our direction.
Got his edge.
Once again, makes a guy miss. Does a good job getting to the outside. Give him 9 yards on 1st down.
So Otot, 2 touches, nearly 30 yards, and great start to this football game for the Bulldog offense. Otot, just a sophomore.
Heck of a basketball player. He was fun to watch as a freshman last year. Looking forward to seeing him this year. But, man, is he lighting up the football field right now. 2nd and 1, Marysville. They look at their wristbands for the play that's coming in.
Concordia in basically a 4-3 defense, but they got a strong safety walked up.
Taking a lot of time on the play clock. Here's your 2nd and 1 play. It's a handoff up the middle to Rhett Williams. I believe he got enough. Give him 2.
Yeah, that'll move the chains, and that's a play where, it's not really double option because it's almost always signified, hey, give it to that second guy, but the defense doesn't know that, and so you're hoping that they collapse on the fullback and then brings that tailback in for a little bit more gain.
A lot of Marysville offense is built on the misdirection. I'll tell you what, our band is small, but they are mighty, and they sound good.
Crisp, very good, yes.
Yeah. 1st and 10, Marysville. Trying to get to the 13-yard line of Concordia on their first possession.
This is Hornby.
Option away. Quarterback keeper, and there's going to be a flag to keep late. Walton's going to get penalized for the hold. He gave the what did I do look.
Right, so that's the negative of it, and this is the things that this offense can't have. But what was real positive about it is that I thought Hornbeek had the ball, and Williams ran it hard. And that means also Hornbeek ran it hard. That's the key. If you didn't get the football, you still have to act like you did. But a huge, crucial penalty here early in this football game.
So instead of the ball going down to the 8 for Marysville, I guess I didn't call out the rest of that play because it was done. They're going to march it back. And so, 1st and 20?
It'll be 1st and 20, and that's, again, not what this offense is designed to do. We did get some chunks early in this drive, and so we'll see if there's some chunk plays available. And this certainly is 4-down consideration, and also you do have a good leg in Jack Lauer.
Actually 1st and 17. Pitch to Otot.
Another
hit at the line. Flag comes in, thrown right at Devin Tomer.
I feel like Otot made a mistake there in cutting that in. The angle is not good for that defender, and if the running back just goes hard to that edge, he's going to get his corner turned. But this is another hole here. So 1st and 27 now. Or blocking the back, rather.
Man, heading the wrong way.
Yeah, so that great start has just been wiped out with the penalties that have been the issue all along. That's something that you just would like to think by this stage of the season, some of those things get cleaned up.
Walking it back. So Marysville started just right near midfield, drove all the way down to the 23-yard line, and even had a play that took them to the 8. But now the ball sits at the 39, and they have to get to the 13-yard line. So here's your first and very long play. Todd in motion. Fake handoff to Hornbeek. Quarterback keeper, Rook Williams, tries to get the edge.
Yeah, he gave it to Rhett.
Oh, my bad. My mistake.
It was basically...
directions got me looking everywhere.
Right. Basically, it was a trap, and Rhett missed his hole. And as a result, there wasn't much there for him. I think if he catches that hole, there's 4 or 5 yards to get.
Did he get one, maybe?
Yeah, we'll give him credit for one.
So Rhett Williams on the carry. The misdirection, Bourne Beach's doing a great job of selling me on the dive.
So let's give him the football and see him run hard with it. Maybe make a tackle or two.
Yeah, he is getting hit as soon as they fake it. So I think Rook's making the right read. Marysville under center. Here's your second and long play. It's a quick pass out from Rook to Rhett. Rhett makes the first guy miss. Gets to the second level. Only going to get 3 yards though.
Yeah, just a quick swing pass out into the flat, and it's asked to be one-on-one. That is number 8, right? It's not on the roster. Right here, the cornerback who did a real good job making an open field tackle.
Yeah, I see 8 there.
I have no number 8.
Yep.
In any event, therefore, you can't give credit to anybody but by name, but he did a great job making an open field tackle on Rhett.
Small cornerback.
Mm-hmm.
Might be a timeout, Concordia. It is. We're going to take it with them.
CJ Express is convenient for you with 3 locations. CJ West in Marysville and Frankfort offer Hunt Brothers Pizza with all toppings, no extra charge. Crispy and delicious Bird Shack fried chicken and a selection of sandwiches, salads, as well as grab-and-go hot food options that meet your taste. Drop by, call in, order online, or download their super convenient mobile app. Local delivery is available too, and always count on Sinclair quality gasoline at all 3 locations with diesel too at CJ Express East in Marysville and Frankfort.
Welcome back. Brian Crott and Jason Brenniger giving you some Friday night lights action here. Marysville in their first district game. Technically are 0-3, but really the way that the season works, they're 0-0.
So scenarios here. There's 2 ways to play this. You do have a leg. You've got a kicker on your team. Do you play for 10 yards and try to give him a legitimate chance at 3 points? Or do you play this as you've got to try to get a first down in the next 2 plays?
0-0. Game just started. We're just a few minutes in. Marysville looked like we were driving down for a touchdown right off the bat, but a couple penalties that put us in 3rd and 21. Here's your 3rd down play. Was that a... Oh.
No.
Back to Rhett, and he may get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's going to bring up 4th and 12. So give him 9 on that.
Yep, 9.
Now that you do have a decision making, he's turning. Bert Lord was talking to Jack. There's not any thought of it.
Huh. Okay.
It would be a 42-yarder. So I've seen Jack out kick it that distance. The problem is when you kick it that distance, you sacrifice accuracy.
Mm-hmm. I just can't kick it that distance. 4th and 12. Otad around. It's going to be a pass. Rook surveys. Got a guy in his face.
He's got Otad open, but he decided not to do it.
He's scrambling out our way. Still a ball hasn't passed. Throws up a ball.
And he's short. Short.
Yep.
2 yards short. But
Colton Shoddy on the reception. They're going to give him
10 yards on the gain.
1 yard shy.
11 on the gain, yeah. Well, hey, okay, so look. If your first possession goes 3 and out and you punt it and you pin the other team inside the 15-yard line, you're pretty okay with that. Okay, fine. Let's go around the next time. So, end result, not awful, but the fact that they were knocking on the door of the scoring zone and had to come away with a turnover on downs, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, a couple penalties really hurt Marysville, but showed a lot of capability. Their offense is going to have some success today. Okay, Concordia, their first possession. First is a quarterback pass. Rolls out.
I don't know. They're going to say yeah.
For 5-yard gain, and really a super favorable spot. I think a lot of stuff went wrong.
We got a flag though.
A lot of stuff went wrong with the officiating crew, but excuse me. Braden Primo is the quarterback. Waiting for the call on with the flag. Hold on offense.
So that's out of 6 offensive plays, we've got 3 holds. Something that appears to me that is going to be happening quite a bit when you've already called it that many times this early in the ball game. And this official has 2 of them. This very official. So Be careful on the edge, fellas.
Braden Primo had a lot of time to pass that ball. Now we know why.
Yep.
Somebody was cheating.
3-man front for Marysville.
Looks like they have 4. Nope, you're right.
Spikes is walked up as a linebacker, yep.
Okay. Here's your first and long play for Concordia. Handoff up the middle.
That's Hake, and he's aggressive. He hits that hole hard and fast, doesn't he?
Striker Hake. Doesn't look to be a very big guy. No, he's very small. So give him 6 yards on first and long, so it brings up 2nd and 12.
Still deep in their own territory, and this is one of those drives that doesn't have to end in points for it to be a success for Concordia. If they could get out even around the 40, 45-yard line, they would call that a successful drive at that point.
And a stop for Marysville will mean very good field position.
Huge.
Yep.
It would be huge early in this football game.
And Marysville's offense looks like they're going to have some production. Here's your 2nd and 12 play. Primo passing.
Oh, nearly picked. I think he caught it.
He caught it. Nearly picked, but he caught it for a 4-yard gain. I don't have a number.
Yeah.
It's about as far away from us as you could be. Maybe.
Yeah, number 12, Peyton Brees on the reception.
Yep.
It'll be 3rd and 7 here from the Marysville, or from Concordia's own 17-yard line. Big play early in this football game. 5:36 to go in the first quarter, no score. Essentially, it's twins with a running back at the quarterback's hip.
Here's your snap. Primo looks.
No snap.
False start.
And I'll point it out because it's true, not because it's an issue. That is the 3rd penalty flag thrown by this official. You have to throw that penalty flag. I mean, it was obvious in that out in the wide open, but I'll just, as the game goes along, I want to keep an eye on that because this fellow might just be a little bit more interested in throwing penalty flags than some of the other referees we see.
Well, this one works well for Marysville because it turns that 3rd and 7 into 3rd and 12.
Well, and this is what good football teams have to do. When you put a team in 3rd and 12, you have to get your defense off the field. So this play has to be successful for Marysville.
The last play was going to be a pass. This one is too. Primo's surveying. He does have some room to run. He's got the pass completion.
That's 12 again.
Peyton Brees. Here's the thing about this. Brees decides to slide like he's a professional quarterback. He might have been able to take that to distance.
There was room to run.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure what happened there.
Yeah. Rook Williams would have had to make a spectacular tackle, one-on-one tackle, had he failed to do so. That would have been a touchdown. But first down, Concordia. Yep. Good play for them.
16 yards on that. Is that what you had? Yep. From the 12 to the 28, right?
I like it.
No.
All right, 1st and 10, Concordia. Still 0-0 game. Marysville's first drive came up short. Handoff. Striker Hake making people miss.
He's got an edge.
He distance. He's got Rook Williams to be 20. Rook got it at the 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's 2 flags on the play already. But what I want to tell you is that Rook Williams was the opposite side corner. And Rook Williams came across that field at a high rate of speed and got him tackled. He didn't have to do that. If Rook Williams would have just kind of halfwayed that, nobody would have noticed. But Rook Williams would have known. And to have that kind of desire to make that stop, that's a big deal. It says a lot about that young man. And it turns out he didn't even have to do it.
Yeah, great hustle. He got his hands on his hips. He just ran a nearly 100 mile of that, or 100 meters.
Yeah, I might give him a quick blow here. I don't know. Now,
so we'll sort out the flag. The flag was well downfield, so if it is holding, go block in the back.
Okay. So, and I thought I saw one that was kind of iffy, and apparently it wasn't that iffy because it drew 2 flags.
Yeah. When you change up the field, it was supposed to be a run our direction. He ended up running to his own bench. That can lead to holds and blocks in the back.
Rhett got hit in the back. That's
first and 11. Handoff. Nothing doing for that Concordia runner. New runner, Caleb Hansen.
Yeah. Hake's probably a little tired.
Yeah, they took him out. I thought they were putting him back in, but they're just sending a different wide receiver. So Hake stays on the sideline.
Okay. So Marysville runs their plays in through some signals and on a card. Concordia takes a player from the sideline, brings it into the game, and delivers it to the quarterback. Trips to the far side.
2nd and 9. Once again, score 0-0. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Marysville hosting Concordia. We're right here at home. 2nd and 9. Quarterback keeper.
Lots of room.
Gets stopped after a gain of about 6. We'll wait to see what the official mark is. I got 6. What do you think?
Yep, I'll give you 6.
So 2nd and 3 from
3rd and 3
from 2nd and 9. Another big opportunity. Marysville will get a stop here, and it'll most likely be a punt.
Well, and they had a chance to get off the field on 3rd and long and didn't do it, and so now you need a big stop here. And the playbook's so much more open for Concordia at this juncture than it was at 3rd and 12 earlier.
Braden Primo under center.
Ugh.
Handoff. Going to be really close, but I think he got it.
First down yardage. What a really strange start to that play. I oohed because I felt like maybe there was a false start that could have been called. It looked like about half the line went on one count, and then the other half came about a quarter count later. Apparently not enough to draw the flag, but something to keep an eye on because I saw some disjointed kind of fire-offs on a couple of earlier plays as well. Concordia ball controlling this thing, started all the way back at their own 14-yard line in this drive, had a couple of hiccups that brought them back even further than that, but here they are now up near the 40-yard line.
Yeah, first down, about midfield the game. Here's your snap. Handoff up the middle. Not much doing, but 3.
Yeah, good hard run.
3-4 yards.
That's number 9. That's
Hanson again.
Yeah, Hanson. He's kind of the fill-in for Hake.
Yeah, 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7.
Haven't seen Hake back in yet. We'll have to keep an eye on that. He was tripped up. I don't know if he dinged an ankle or something on that trip up, or you bang a knee on that turf, it can hurt a little bit. Keep an eye on that. But I already mentioned that this drive is now successful for Concordia. They got out of the shadow of their own goal line and approaching midfield here.
Here's your 2nd and 7 play. Shotgun for Primo. Back to his side, but kind of in front of him. Crosses his face. Pass. Caught.
Splits the seams. Touchdown-saving tackle there.
It's up to the 35 of Marysville for a big gain. And that's Francis is on the reception.
Colton Shoddy saved a touchdown there. But again, it was just a simple dig route, and he found the seam in the defense and then was able to turn it upfield. 1st and 10 from now to Marysville 35.
It's a 25-yard gain.
1:36 to go in this first quarter. Only one offensive touch for each team. Now, look, that's how Tony Trimble wants it done. But he wants his team to score when they get down in that red zone, not turn it over on downs.
First down play. First play for
all
Concordia.
Kinds of time.
In Marysville territory, it's a pass. Unless quarterback scrambles here, he lets go late. Intercepted by Brooke Williams. First down, Marysville. They'll take over on their own 15. Brooke Williams never been on the quarterback who could have ran. Stayed with this man. Quarterback tried to float it over his head, but Rook went up and got it.
Yeah, well, and, Rook has great leaping ability and already starts at 6'3". Was probably out of position on how you play that, but it worked out to his advantage in this particular time.
Sure. So he's about our height. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, just as high. That's all.
First down, Marysville. Their second possession. 0-0 still. Handoff up the middle. It's Hornbeak. You've heard that before. 2-yard gain. This one's Tremont.
Abilene Chapman are scoreless after their first quarter. We're under a minute in our first quarter with the same exact score.
Mm-hmm. Second down for Marysville. Like I said, gain of 2, so 2nd and 8. Marysville under center. Brooke Williams gets a snap. Hands off to a brother. Rhett Williams for a couple more.
Yeah, just moved over the pile. The offensive line of Concordia did a great job, especially in pass pro. And here on the defensive line, they're not giving up many gaps.
Yeah.
I think that the edge can be attacked, but as far as up the middle, so far, not much. Coach Trimble doesn't have to run a play. It doesn't look like he's going to. second quarter after this.
Your hometown partner with any do-it-yourself project is Hometown Lumber of Marysville and Axtell Lumber of Axtell. Serving the community for over 20 years, expert knowledge accompanied by a helpful smile and reassuring handshake will tell you you're in the right place. With all your building needs, they are ready to help you. Stocked with a full line of lumber and hardware to go along with tools, plumbing supplies, paint, and lawn and garden, you'll leave knowing you've made the right choice by stopping at Axtell Lumber and Hometown Lumber in Marysville.
Honeyman Auto Sales and Service. Drive by or check inventory online at honeymanauto.com. You can even schedule a test drive online as well. With lots of choices, Honeyman works to make yours the best buying experience with customer service a top priority. Competitive pricing, knowledgeable staff, and superior customer service right here at home. With a full service shop and a selection of both cars and trucks in all price ranges, see Honeyman Auto Sales and Service, East Pony Express Highway, Marysville, today.
Welcome back to Homer Hanson Stadium, Pat Lano Memorial Field. Marysville on their second possession. First quarter just ended 0-0.
Yeah, and they're now in their second possession facing a third and long. This is every bit of 6 yards, maybe even 6 yards and an inch or two.
First possession drove from the 48 all the way down to the 13. The drive got stopped by two huge penalties where they lost 25 yards. Otherwise, they probably would have been.
They were looking good.
Yeah.
And in this drive, they seem to have tried to establish more of an inside game in their first two plays here. So we'll see if they attack the edge again.
3rd and 6. Snap. Hand off up the middle to Hornbeak.
Not much.
No. So we went
Maybe
2, 2, and 3.
Yeah, maybe 3.
It's going to be bring up a punt.
Yeah, that was it's just fine to punt this football away play.
Which part of Marysville's offense is establishing the middle so that they can pull that ball later, run the option to the outside. If we don't establish the middle, then
all
the outside doesn't work.
For sure.
So 4th and 4, Devin Tomer on the punt.
He's got a big leg.
A little shorter here. Hits the ground at the Concordia 45 and goes out of bounds at the Concordia 43.
It's about a 30-yard punt, maybe not quite.
I mean, it was about net 30. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But puts Concordia back in their own territory.
Yeah, but it's a good field position here at their own 43. Excuse me, at their own 43. Had some success running a few plays. Hake is back in the game. He still does have his hands on his hips, though. There's a little bit of funkiness to his gait. So I think when he got tripped up there, he had something of some sort tweak a little bit. We'll keep an eye on it.
That last punt was punted toward him. He was one of the back guys, as well as Alec Francis. And Hake made no attempt to catch that.
Oh, he didn't. You're right.
1st and 10. Here's your snap. It's going to be Hake up the middle. Gets to the second level. He may walk like he's got an issue, but he runs well.
I think the ball is out. And Marysville has it.
Down. You're right. What is it? After a 9-yard gain.
Yeah.
So give him the 9 yards, but first down Marysville right near midfield.
I did that wrong. 15. Trying to help Caden with stats, and good thing I wasn't helping him with math homework because we just had a real issue.
All right, 1st and 10 Marysville. This will be their 3rd possession. They've controlled the ball most of the game. Snap, option our way, pitch.
Got a seam.
Williams lowers his shoulder pads and gets 9 yards on first down.
Pretty nice run by Rhett Williams right there. And he had an alley to run through. A lot of times, especially me, people that watch the game, they want those guys that come to the edge to get all the way to the edge. That time, the right decision was to cut it up into that alley.
It's the cornerback's job to turn that running back toward his team. Maybe not even always make the tackle, just get it.
Mm-hmm.
And that cornerback did his job, but it created some additional yardage for Rhett Williams. Here's your snap. Trey Hornbeak up the... I did it. I knew I was going to do it this year.
Yep.
Tremont Hornbeak gets 3 yards on 2nd and 1. First down Marysville in Concordia territory.
That's the big thing there. Move the chains. It wasn't much, but that's all that play has to do. If all that play does is get 3 yards every single time, it is successful in this offense.
Got to respect that inside handoff. If they don't respect it, Marysville will bust it.
That's right. Yep.
Hornbeak's very capable. 1st and 10. And in motion. Hornbeak again.
He's out into the clear a little bit.
Yeah, he's got 10.
Still going, still moving, no whistle yet.
It's an old rugby-style scrum.
Yep.
Give him 11 yards. 1st down.
Nice job. And this, again, it's just option football. There's 2 different variations of it that they run. Actually, that's not true. There's a lot, but there's 2 main ones. And that one just, boom, nice seam, nice job by the front 5, making an alley for him there.
Steve Warner days, every play was triple option. You didn't need anything else.
If it's ran efficiently, you don't.
Right. 1st and 10 for Marysville on the Concordia 29. Score still 0-0, 9.5 to go until halftime. Otot in motion. Pitch to him. Oh, he
Slipped
falls.
and fell. Slipped and fell.
It's going to be a loss of 4 for him.
And that's one of the behind-the-sticks things that this offense just can't suffer from and succeed the way that it's supposed to. He tried to make a cut. Feet came out from under him. Down he went.
Most weeks I'll go out onto the field and talk to the opposing team, learn a little bit about their team, get their lineup. I didn't do that today, but I'm guessing it's a bit soppy and probably slick out there. Williams in motion. Resets. Audible at the line. They look at their arm braces. 8, 7, 6, 5. Here's your snap.
Right. Quarterback sneak.
What a great audible. What a great audible. Give him 12 yards.
So very manageable 3rd and 2 coming up now. And Williams just took the snap and fired off. Got the second level before I think Concordia knew what hit them. And he's pretty speedy. Lucky there was some good defensive tackling there. And Hake on that tackle. He's the free safety.
So I believe that was a silent snap quarterback sneak, which is done a lot at a lot of levels. Rarely on 2nd and 14.
That's right. It's usually a 3rd and 1 type of play.
Right. But very clearly, the Marysville coaching staff saw something. Blown up play. Williams is going to take it himself to the edge, down to the 15. 1st down, Marysville.
6 more on that broken play. Usually you like to think that the quarterback's right. Quarterback turned one way, dive man was the other way. Williams said, I'm fine, I'll just get the corner. And he did. Yep. Very easily, actually.
1st and 10, Marysville. The line to gain is inside the 5-yard line.
So Marysville's defense had trouble in previous games getting off the field in key situations. They've done it twice tonight via the turnover. The offense has had trouble putting points on the board in the red zone. Let's see if they can get that monkey off their back.
Snap, Otot trying to get the edge.
He's got the edge. They're going to call that. I just don't think that's the...
I agree. I didn't see the whole...
When the guy turns around, what are you supposed to do?
Yep. Brett Williams going to get flagged either for a hold or a block in the back. I can't imagine that's a block in the back because he had contact with his front.
Yeah, when the guy turns around, you can't help it.
Yeah. So Marysville's been here before.
Yeah, that's right.
And
exactly.
It got ruined by penalty, and they called the block in the back, which he had engaged his front.
Yes.
Once you engage the front, you can do whatever the heck you want to their back.
Especially if it's the guy's fault because he turned around and tried to chase the play.
Yeah, just a terrible call.
Well, I mean, this is a flag-happy crew. A lot of times we have had this number of flags for an entire football game. There's still 8 minutes in the second period, and we've had laundry everywhere.
And it's almost all runs.
Yep.
There hasn't been an incomplete pass. So nothing's stopping the clock. 1st and, 16? 15?
Yeah, probably 16.
Snap.
Double pass. He's
Williams.
there. He did.
Williams to Otot. He runs the 10, 5.
Touchdown.
Oh, he's called down at the half-yard line, which is, once again, a wrong call. But it's Brett Williams with the throw, so you're going to have to new throwing category. Brett Williams with the throw to Otot down to the half-yard line.
There isn't any doubt in my mind that he crossed the goal line.
So that pylon is part of the
Absolutely.
end zone, and it has been displaced.
And this guy is marking it clear back at the 1, and that just makes no sense. There's going to be some discussion here about what just happened.
Yep. Maybe they can hear us. We could be louder. All right, 1st and goal for Marysville at the 1. We were here against Wamego, down 2 touchdowns right before half.
They did it at Abilene, too.
And fumbled at Abilene, right?
No, they turned it. That 4th down play didn't convert.
So Marysville, like Jason has said about 3 times, I'm going to echo it again, maybe 3 more times. Marysville got to get this monkey off their back. Got to score in the red zone.
I don't know why you do anything but quarterback
sneak, I agree. 5-4. Quarterback sneak, touchdown. Brooke Williams.
I don't think he was any further into the end zone than Otot was on the play before.
And I didn't even wait for the end judge to call it. I was letting him know from up here that was a touchdown. And if you don't raise your hands, I've already done it for you. Touchdown, Marysville. Marysville scores first. 6-0.
So, a couple of bugaboos off their back.
Defensive stops and offensive converting in the red zone. 7:37 to go until halftime. Marysville looking to make it 7-0. Extra points up. Low. But good. Jack Lauer, extra point good. Marysville 7, Concordia 0.
Generations have relied on Kinsley's of Marysville, the Padden Funeral Chapel in Frankfort, Hanover Mortuary, Ward Funeral Homes of Lynn and Washington, and Landreth Axtell Funeral Home. You can continue to rely on the professional experience that they provide and the heartfelt concern that they offer each family that they serve. Caring concern in your family's time of need.
At Galloway Wiegers in Brenniger, we're about building relationships, one client and one issue at a time. I'm Jason Brenniger, and I invite you to visit with me for any legal services you might have, including probate, estate planning, and trust administration. Advanced planning has countless advantages to your family, including greater control and disposition of your assets and tax issues that might come up. Call for a no-obligation appointment today. Check us out on our Facebook page or at gwblaw.net.
Welcome back to Homer Hanson Stadium, Pat Landau Memorial Field, where Marysville has just did something I don't think they've done the rest of the year. They took the lead.
That's right. You might be right. I can't remember, did they have a 7-0 lead against
Abilene would have to be the only one. They didn't against Wamego, and they didn't against Chapman.
Coming out of the score, this Concordia kick return team has been on the field the entire break. They didn't huddle on the sideline. They didn't discuss anything. They were out almost the whole commercial break, just standing around waiting. And, of course, you get a minute, so Marysville took their minute.
Joey Henderson is one of the back men.
I think it's Caleb Hansen.
Okay. Is the other? Like it.
If Marysville returns that onside favor.
Concordia's all bunched up in the middle.
Of course, so is Marysville.
From hash to hash.
Marysville
hasn't spread out yet. Jack Lauer. Okay, Concordia spread out as well. They were just matching Marysville. 7:37 to go until halftime. Marysville on top 7-0. Jack Lauer to kick. There's the kick. Pretty good boot. Going to be fielded at the 10. Hansen up to the 20. He's got a seam up the middle. 30, 40. Tackled by Jack Lauer, who's not supposed to tackle.
Yep. Good field position on that kick return there, giving Concordia the ball at their own 42.
43, 40. Oh, okay. Bouncing all around. Shane Gaines guessing just like I am, trying to figure out where these officials are going to put the ball. 42. I love your expression, how you talk about how they toss it in from over here, they toss it in from over there, and they have to be so precise with where they
all of a sudden on 4th and inches it matters, and they're just flinging it around like mad.
1st and 10 Concordia. They're down a touchdown. Marysville nursing maybe what we believe their first lead.
No play here.
Right away.
Offside on the defense. I was about to say something. I was about to say that the far tackle in the 3-man front, his head was across that football.
That's going to move the ball up to the 47. Make it so Concordia only has 5-yard gain.
Yeah, 1st and 5 is about, other than 2nd and 1, 1st and 5 is about a coordinator's favorite.
Yeah.
Especially in the middle of the field. Play action here looks really good.
Throw it deep. Here's your 1st and 5 play. There was play action. It's a pass. I believe there's some illegal linemen downfield who are deep into Marysville territory, missed.
Ball thrown behind the line of scrimmage, so that's out.
Yep. Number 12 is that. Peyton Breeze, I believe. Is that what you had, Caden? Thank you.
7-yard gain. 8, what'd you say? 7.
7-yard gain, 1st and 10, in Marysville territory.
We could have given Caden a headset and a microphone. He never says anything anyway.
Yeah, at least he answers when he's called upon.
And apparently does what he's told during the commercial break.
Nice. 1st and 10, Concordia, in Marysville territory. Handed up the middle. Nothing to it.
Now, that's Caleb Hansen.
Yep.
So I'm going to stick to my idea that something happened to Hake in that long run that got called back. He's been their primary offensive weapon in the previous 3 games, and in fact, in a dual kind of role, throwing it some and running it some. I don't think he's taken one single snap at quarterback.
So total yards, he had about 265 out of not even 500. That's total yards. If you just look at rushing, he had 265 out of maybe 300. So he is all of their offense. Not on the field and hasn't been much. Last time he was on the field, he caught the ball up.
Yes, he did.
Hansen heading our direction.
Boom.
Gets hit pretty hard after a 2-yard gain. 3rd and 6.
Pretty good hit there by number 76, Kemper Eichmann. He did a good job coming over on that. 2 fresh defensive linemen out of that 3-man group.
Yep.
Unquestionably, Concordia is going to consider the next 2 plays are eligible to get this first down for them, being 3rd and 6 at the Marysville 42. So you don't have to get it all in this play.
Striker Hake, their lead running back, still not in the game. This time, Primo is in the shotgun. He's passing. Marysville's got an edge rusher. He's got a quarterback.
Tristan Schaefer coming on an edge blitz, and he sacks Primo.
Cornerback blitz. I believe that's his position. Is that what Schaefer was playing as corner? Oh, loss of...
Yeah, you're right. Cornerback, yes.
From the 42 to the 48, so
yep.
loss of 6 for Primo.
-6, yep, and then that's making... So 2 carries, 0 yards for Primo, however.
Yep. So it's 4th and 11, and I believe a Concordia timeout. We're going to keep it right here.
Well, and so what is your punter weapon? If you have a punter weapon, and not just a guy who can boom it, because you really don't need a boom here.
Right.
You need something spotted that'll go out of bounds at the 5 or the 10, because if you kick it into the end zone, all you've done is given up 26 yards of field position, and a 26-yard punt is not really a good thing. But if you don't have somebody you trust on your team to do that, running a play here might be your best bet.
Sure.
And the timeout tells me they're probably going to run a play.
I would think. I like a deep throw because an interception doesn't hurt you, but I don't know.
But an incompletion gives Marysville really good field position. That's the dicey thing about this. I'm not so sure if you don't do that quarterback punt thing where you take the shotgun snap and you just kick it quick.
Primo is in the shotgun. Trying to get Marysville to jump off sides. They did not. He rolls out the pass. It's going to be the deep pass option.
He got it. Did he run it for enough yards? I think so.
Well, 1 yard. He needed 11. Give him 12.
Give
12.
Credit to the
yards.
Concordia offensive line. Credit to the quarterback and credit to the receiver there because that was well done.
Really was. 12-yard gain for Peyton Breeze from Primo. 1st and 10. 5 minutes to go until halftime. Concordia down 7-0. Marysville on top. Hosting Concordia.
Marysville's same issues, though. They can't get off the field when the defense has a chance.
4th and 11. Quarterback gives the ball to Hansen. He's going to lose a couple.
Yep.
-2 for Hansen.
Hansen does not look dynamic. He looks capable.
He's patient, and that's not going to work.
No, not usually. You got to have a really good offensive line for that to work.
Yep.
I'm trying to look for Hake on the sideline even to see if I can figure out what's going on.
He was following the coach.
Yeah, he's standing right there. He's got his helmet on.
Yep.
Just kind of standing there.
he's been following the head coach, or at least the signal caller, around. I don't know Jordan Ecker, but anytime he moves, so does Hake. Hansen in motion, shotgun, Hansen behind him, pass, quick pass our direction to Brees. Brees makes the first guy miss, but he's only going to get two, maybe,
just
maybe
2.
2 yards.
Just 2, yeah. You're right, he made the first guy miss, but he paid for it because the second guy hit him hard. I'll tell you what, Rhett Williams is fired up in that secondary. He plays one safety. Will Otop plays the other. The corners has been largely Nathan Fisher on one side and Rook Williams on the other.
Right.
And I got a little confused because Christian Schaefer did come from that outside linebacker position.
Okay. He was really spread out, though. And it was completely unblocked, kind of as wide as he is now, covering a wideout. Here's your shotgun snap. Primo gets past his original line, but I thought he got past the original.
He avoided the sack. But when he got back to the line of scrimmage, there were 2 linebackers just waiting there for him. So now you got 4th and 13.
So
-2.
Only one. A linebacker's going to get credited for the tackle there, but only one core group to credit for that, and that's the 3-man front.
That's right.
Who pushed all 5 offensive linemen deep behind their line of scrimmage.
And really struggled early on in this football game, and they've really come around, especially in the run game. This is going to be another pass, though. Concordia's had much more success throwing the football, and we'll see if Marysville can get a stop on this 4th down.
4th and 13. Primo back to pass. Got a little bit of pressure from Marysville. Maybe could have called a hold in a couple spots. Throws it back to Brees, who's open. He takes a big hit from Otot, and a flag comes in.
What's that flag going to be? Did Otot grab a face mask, maybe?
I don't know. So big play. That goes from the 39 down to the 12? No, 17.
17. The 22-yard pass play.
Concordia's backing up.
Yeah, they are. But what's the issue, though? What is called will be relevant. If it's a spot foul, it's still 10 yards from those markers. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, they signal a penalty on Concordia and look towards Marysville's bench to see if we accept or decline. Obviously, we're going to accept whatever the heck it is.
Mm-hmm. But those are spot fouls, so it'll replay the down. But we'll see if it gives the 4th, because you still get from the spot of that foul if it is at or near. Yeah, so it's going to be 4th and 1. So 2 huge 4th down conversions. This one called back due to a penalty, but still. Instead of 4th and 14 and Marysville getting a stop and getting off the field, it's now 4th and 1 inside the Marysville 30-yard line.
Change of personnel for Marysville here late, 4th and 1. From the 39 to the 27, giving 12 or 13 either way. Timeout Concordia. We're going to keep it right here. I get it.
Yeah, we'll keep it right here. That's their 3rd of the half too, by the way. So they're out.
They're out. 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go until halftime. Marysville on top, 7-0.
See, if I'm calling plays for Concordia, I'd almost rather be 4th and 9 than 4th and 1. 4th and 1, I'm tempted to have to run it. I haven't ran it real well.
Agreed completely.
They've thrown it pretty well. How many yards passing already? Just 79? But some huge conversions on 4th down. And 1.5 of them in this drive. And I say the half because, of course, that late penalty, which there's been a slew of, resulted in the play not gaining enough yards for a 4th down and moving it behind the sticks. It's a clear 1 yard to that 4th down. So the Marysville sideline breaks their defensive huddle. They're back on the field. Concordia just a little bit slower. And here they come to the line of scrimmage.
I love the personnel changes for Marysville. They're keeping that front 3 fresh. So Hansen's been the key running back here in this game, and I don't know that he even has positive yardage. He's going to need a yard. Primo in shotgun, which I also hate.
Yeah, I don't like this. It's 3rd and 1, and now we're making it 3rd and 7 on purpose.
4th and 1, and you go to shotgun.
Yeah, 4th. And it all starts 4th and 6.
Start on Concordia. penalty flags for both teams have stalled.
Hansel, 6 carries, 12 yards, so averaging 2 yards a carry. And those 2 yards would have been good enough for a first down on the 4th and 1 play, but now it's 4th and 6.
But like you said, their passing game's far better than their running game.
I actually, if I'm the play caller, I feel more comfortable now because now we're going to call the play I wanted to call in the first place, which is a pass play.
Marysville's got to find Brees. He's been the
Brees
primary
has been
receiver,
killing us in these, and all he's really doing is their dig routes and coming across the field and finding open spots.
Somebody's got to stay on it. 4th and 6, Concordia. 2 minutes to go until halftime. He heaves it deep downfield. He finds a man.
Touchdown.
Did he not drop the ball?
No, they got a touchdown here.
So from
they're going to go over to discuss or not? No, they're not discussing. That's a touchdown.
32-yard pass on 4th and 6.
And there's a flag coming in late. What's that going to be? I mean, really, really late. He just dropped it when I said.
Yeah. So 32-yard pass from Primo to, I didn't even see who received it, maybe number 5, Alex Francis.
Sideline warning is what it's going to be. This crew, they brought their yellow, and they're not afraid to use it.
I don't know either. 32-yard pass. We're going to figure out who caught that. Here's your extra point try for Concordia. It was interesting there because as soon as he hit the ground, the ball was out. Concordia's going to go for 2. Down 1. Give it to number 33, who we hadn't seen in a while. That's Hake, and he's short. No good.
Alex Francis was the receiver that caught that pass in the end zone. Take a quick break. Be right back. 7-6. Marysville leads. All right. I did figure it out. Now, I don't know. I promise you, my sheet tells me I have 3 more commercials. I promise you. However, I've saved it. I don't know what happens next. 2:09 left to go first half. A technology wizard I am not, but I do know how to read. And it says, push 7, return to kill spot, immediately return to air. I did. But if I push 2 again, I don't know what happened.
We'll worry about that later.
Yep, we will.
We'll call the rest of this first half action. Onside kick.
They got it.
Covered by Concordia. It wasn't even close. Marysville didn't even have a defender there.
That was something they saw on film. Got a flag. Of course we got a flag, don't we?
Probably a sideline violation on Marysville. It's the same guy.
This guy right here, he's near. He likes to throw it. He didn't even go talk to the white hat. He went and talked to somebody else.
Concordia stopped celebrating. White hat coming in to figure out, hey, what do you guys call this thing? This side judge did signal it was on Concordia. I'm guessing a re-kick.
No, they waved the flag.
Oh. Hit it. 1st and 10 Concordia. 2:09 to go in the first half.
Are out of timeouts, but they are throwing the ball at will.
So we were scoreless through 1 quarter. Marysville scored first. They're on top 7-6. Primo scrambles. He's been scrambled for a long time. Lets the ball fly.
This one's
ball
short.
hits the ground.
He had a man. As number 1, Joey Henderson. He was available and open, but Primo just threw it a little short.
Number 3, I think. No. There was a receiver for Concordia that was standing in the end zone with no Marysville defender, but I don't think Primo can throw.
That would have been 55 yards in the air.
While scrambling.
Yeah.
It was number 33, Striker Hake, that was standing in the end zone, so their halfback just ran right up the middle. This is another shotgun for Primo. Hits his receiver.
Man, he is accurate for sure.
44 is that.
Dayton Cleveland.
Listed as a tight end. Didn't have any production that I can see up to this point. So that was his first reception.
Check.
Takes him
Clock
down
is moving. 1:45.
Takes him down, Concordia down to the 37. They're down a point, but Primo's been on. Braden Primo gets the shotgun snap. This is going to be a run. He gets up the middle. A flag comes in super late.
Of course there is a flag. Yeah, I went to the ref show when a football game broke out.
Yeah. So it would have been, a gain of 5? But it's blocking the back. I'm sorry, there just aren't that many blocking the back.
No. It's
yeah. Somebody misread their playbook, and then somebody else gave him officiating hats. So they're walking it backwards. 15-yard penalty, usually a spot foul.
Mm-hmm.
It happened in the backfield, so...
We're going to go right at midfield with it. I mean, practically right at.
So, what is that? First down still, and very long. Minute and a half to go until halftime. Marysville on top of Concordia, 7-6.
They have to get to the 27 for a first down.
They get 23. First and 23. Primo in shotgun. Heaves it downfield. He's got it. Picks it up. The ball was slightly underthrown, but I thought it was perfect. Otah returns it all the way back to the Marysville 46. Wow.
3 turnovers on Concordia in the first half. 2 INTs and a fumble. And this INT puts Marysville's in good shape here. They still have all 3 of their timeouts and a minute 17 to go. And in high school football, that's plenty to go 54 yards.
Marysville up 1. Dane Cleveland just failed the high point that he was just waiting for the ball to fall into his mitt, which we thought it was going
Absolutely.
to. And Will Otah hits it at the high point, tips it to himself, returns it to the 46. Would have been down to about the 15-yard line. So 31-yard return, roughly, for Will Otah. Marysville first and 10 with a minute 17 to go. In shotgun, which is rare.
Yep.
Quick pass. Hook and ladder from Williams.
Man to beat. He's
going to go the distance.
No flag, ladies and gentlemen. Believe it or not, no flags on the hook and ladder. I knew something was up because Tomer was on the other side of the field, and he got instructed to go to the other. And I'm like, okay, this is designed for Tomer, and they trusted him to make that catch and then that flip. And the guy sitting right next to me has been on the other end of those a few times, hasn't he?
So it's Rook Williams. Pass complete to Devin Tomer.
For about 8.
Who flips the ball to Rhett Williams, who takes it the distance, which ends up being 54 yards.
54-yard touchdown pass, Williams to Williams.
You cut the fat? Gotcha. And it's going to be offsides on Concordia, who really wants to get a block for this extra point. Second quarter at 106, 50-yard pass. Williams to Williams on the hook and ladder.
Yeah, circling both because you got to make sure you got the touchdown pass and so they're going to go for 2 here now that it's half the distance, and I like that. I like it every time.
Yeah. It goes down to the 1.5-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't trust your offense to get 1.5 yards, you might as well not even send them out at the beginning of the game. Timeout, Marysville, we're definitely
no, we're not going anywhere. What I'm afraid of is that I lost my spot. So what I mean by that is a spot. If you take the commercial break, each one of those commercials is its own spot. News, weather, and sports is also its own spot that happens to be 14 minutes long. And if I lost it, you better get a lozenge because we're going to talk it through.
We'll do some on the front end and then some later.
Well, very good.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
We always do. It may not make for good radio, but we figure it out.
We've called through some wild situations. We've called no spot football before.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Speaking of spots, this is a big spot in the football game because if you get to 2 here, it becomes a 2-score game.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. You can get to 15 points. So it gives a 9-point lead. Quarterback sneak, I love it. He is in. Waiting for the official to agree. There it is. 2-point conversion. Good.
And Brooke is fired up. I love it. I love to see it, man. That's one of the best parts about high school football is just seeing these young men, and they're really good young men, especially here in Marysville. I know they're across the state. They're good young men that put these helmets on and play these games, but it's just so fun to see them have a good time and enjoy themselves and have success out on the football field. 15-6, Bulldogs.
Now, has Marysville scored 15? I don't think that we've put up this many points yet this year.
That might be the high point of the season in points. That's correct.
We scored first. We scored twice in the first half.
Hey, everybody, you're listening to Bulldog Football on KNDY, 94.1 FM, 1570 AM. Stream it live on the internet. Get yourself an app, download it. You can listen to us anywhere. They podcast these games, so when you're really bored at home, you can just pull up an old one and listen to Brian and I go to work, giving you Marysville high school football. Certainly appreciate everyone on our Bulldog booster list. You guys make it possible. These sports boosters are the ones that bring you these games. So patronize those sponsors, and if you want to be a sponsor and you are not currently one, contact the office. Bruce, Max, they'll take care of you and get you on the list.
Yep, Marysville kickoff coming up. Jack Lauer. Marysville on top, 9 points. 1 minute and 6 seconds to go until halftime. Marysville scored first. Concordia answered. And then Marysville with a 50-yard pass, hook and ladder. Rook Williams to Rhett Williams. Pooch kick. Right at you, buddy.
Yeah, I love the pooch. He slipped and fell.
Yep.
I love the pooch kick, but you got to try and find a little pocket to put it in, and that went right into the hands there.
So they throw it to Rush Leduc, who is a freshman, or they kick it. It looks like they kick it. Maybe that's their strategy, is give it to the freshman, see what he does with it.
So okay field position here for Concordia generally. It's actually minus okay because they've got 1 minute and 3 and no timeouts. And Coach Trimble and his staff, they've got 2 to work with defensively here if they need them on a clock stoppage anyway.
Mm-hmm. Here's your first down play for Concordia. Primo in shotgun, hands it up the middle.
Yeah,
they're going to lose you.
Yeah, they've given up on this half, and I don't blame them with no timeouts to use.
Hanson, the ball carrier.
That's one of those plays where if it goes for 8 to 10 yards, then you go. If it doesn't, your half is over.
Yep. Also 1. So what does he have, 5 total yards now? On
11.
11. But
on 7 carries, 11 yards.
Nice. Okay. So 6 carries, 12 yards.
Yes.
Yep. So he was averaging 2 yards a carry. Now he's less. Here's your 2nd and 11 play. Primo gets the snap, hands it off to Hanson up the middle. He's going to get more than his average per carry here.
But that's going to do it for the half, though.
Yep. Make sure Concordia does. They are not going to go for a play. So Marysville's going to head into halftime on top of Concordia, 15-6.
Yes, and so what we're going to do right now is we're going to play a little radio roulette. I'm about to hit the spot push button.
Yep.
If it goes back to news, weather, and sports, we'll see you guys all after that. If it doesn't, we'll run through those spots and we'll improvise from there.
Sure.
Here we go.
Raise your hand if you need more internet speed. It's time to get your hands on much faster internet. Don't settle for yesterday's internet speed when you have a home full of today's devices. Upgrade your Blue Valley Technologies internet speed now to the speed you need and get a $50 bill credit. If you're new to Blue Valley, you get 2 months free and everyone gets free installation on managed Wi-Fi. Visit bluevalley.net/raise your hand today.
Sunflower Community Credit Union recognizes that members' health, both personal and financial, is top priority. In order to make your banking a completely safe experience, they're proud to now offer drive-in convenience, Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5:30, Saturday, 8:30 till noon. Lending can be done remotely as well. Contact their friendly loan officers at 562-3741. New members always welcome. Call, go online, or drop by Sunflower Community Credit Union in Marysville for more details. Caring about your personal and financial health, Sunflower Community Credit Union.
Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance, providing high-quality coverage and service, all at a competitive premium cost. Since 1888, Bremen Farmers Mutual has offered homeowner, farm owner, business owner, fire, and inland marine coverage. Dependable and affordable. See your local agent representing Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance. Learn more about the various insurance products offered by going online at bfmic.com.
Farmers farmers. They're the lifeblood of America. The men and women who tackle the toughest jobs to put clothes on our backs and food on our tables. They might do it quietly, but their genuine values and tireless work ethic are an inspiration to us all. Some might say farming is a thankless occupation, so that's why we're taking the time to say thanks. Farm Bureau Financial Services, protecting what matters most.
Patrick Booty in Marysville is your local agent with Marshall County Farm Bureau Insurance and Farm Bureau Financial Services.
So I had to make sure that there wasn't going to be another halftime where it says halftime on my dialogue sheet here. And instead, we are back into our regular rotation. So we missed news. You got some weather. You got your sports. And now you're going to get a first-half recap. And that recap is largely about Marysville taking advantage of Concordia turnovers. Concordia has 3. Marysville has 2 scores. One of them as a direct result, not a super direct result, not on the turnover but itself, but just one play later, Marysville scores a touchdown. Then there was a penalty on the extra point kick, putting it at the 1.5. Marysville decides to go for 2, makes it a 2-score game. We're at 15-6 here at the half in Marysville. Marysville leads Concordia. The big story for Concordia's offense is that Striker Hake, number 33, their primary running back, their primary offensive weapon all year long, had a huge run down the field that got called back. And the great effort by Rook Williams coming across the field as the opposite corner, tackling him at the 10-yard line. I don't want to say injury because I don't know enough, but I will tell you that he hasn't played much and he hasn't played well. The next time he touched the ball, he turned it over, and I don't think he's touched it since.
Yeah, next door they thought that maybe he got his bell rung a little bit, like he hit his head, that he was kind of walking funny. But if that was the case, he would have never saw the field ever again.
You would have think they would have taken his helmet clear away from him at that point.
Which we've seen on the Marysville section already.
For sure. It's just absolutely something to keep an eye on as this game progresses. It is one of the storylines. The other storyline that I mentioned, Brian, while you were out, is the turnovers. And the 3 that Concordia has put them in the position that they're in down. And I know that except for game 1, they've struggled to score points. And if that's been the reason why, you could see. I mean, it's hard to score points when you turn the ball over, even if you move it well, which they've done through the air in this first half.
Did you say how many times he passed the ball?
I haven't. We didn't get to any of that. Right now, he is 9 for 12, but only 1 ball's hit the ground.
Yeah, that's why I told you. I was like, the ball hasn't fallen incomplete.
Yeah, only 2 of them have hit the ground, and the other 2 incompletions are also INTs.
So at 9 to 12, his season stats were 19 for 33. So he only had a 57% completion. But he had 223 yards on those 19 completions. So more than 10 yards per completion. I think the same is true probably tonight. Does he have 90 yards?
He has 123 yards passing on his 9 for 12.
So he's proven that he can move the ball downfield with his arm. However, the turnover bug might be the reason that they're not just throwing every play.
For sure. So, and with 123 yards in the air and then 31 yards rushing, just 154 yards of offense for Concordia. Marysville, 86 yards passing and a touchdown for Williams to Williams with Comer in between. Rushing the football, Marysville's looked pretty good doing it. I mean, Otot's got 2 carries for 5 yards. Rhett has 5 carries for 23 yards. Rook has 3 carries for 19 yards. And then Hornbeak has 4 carries for 19 yards. So not a whole lot of offensive production in terms of numbers, but Marysville really hasn't ran a whole lot of plays. 9, 12, just 14 rushes. So not really, and only a total of 18 plays. But it's been ball control on both sides. Concordia, even though they turned it over, Marysville effectively has a turnover as well. It doesn't go down as a fumble or as an interception, but when the other team gets a onside kick, that is essentially a turnover.
Absolutely, and there's also the turnover on downs. Marysville's got a couple of those. Of course, did they force one of their own, maybe?
What? No.
No possessions of Concordia's.
INT, fumble, touchdown, INT, halftime.
Wow.
No downs, no punts. So it's either been self-inflicted or it's been a touchdown.
Okay. So as Jason said, it's 15-6. Did you already run it through?
You're good to go.
First quarter was nothing. I thought Marysville controlled most of the clock in the first quarter, but stats would disagree, so maybe they didn't. But first touchdown was with 7:37 to go until halftime. Brooke Williams gets a 1-yard quarterback sneak. Jack Flower hits the extra point. Marysville, we think maybe for the first time all year, goes on top 7-0. Then 5 minutes later in the second quarter, 32-yard pass from Braden Primo to Alec Francis for Concordia. Their 2-point conversion was no good, which is a big deal, and I'll explain here why in a second. So Marysville on top 7-6. A minute later, we get an interception by Will Otot, and then a 54-yard hook and ladder. Brooke Williams to Devin Tomer, flipped to Rhett Williams for that 54-yard touchdown pass. In the stat book, it'll just look like a 54-yard pass from Williams to Williams. Marysville's 2-point conversion is good after the offsides penalty on Concordia. Brooke Williams gets another quarterback sneak in for this time for 2 points, 15-6. Brooke Williams has been part of every bit of that.
So the special teams play, one check mark, Concordia plus. They've had a nice kick return, and then they got the onside kick. Major minuses on the PATs. The PAT that they didn't get left 2 points on the table. The offsides that they did get it's an extra point, you know?
Yeah,
they turned 1 into 2.
Yeah.
And so that's basically a 4-point swing in special teams.
Yeah, so we talk about, okay, why is that a big deal? Well, it's 15-6. There's no possible way to score 9 points.
There is not a 9-point possession.
There is 8. And so if they convert one of those or just let Marysville chip shot that extra point in and don't even do anything, then it's a 1-possession game. But because they made a mistake, now it's 15-6. And another plus was the onside kick. I don't know if you mentioned that.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Marysville back on the field. They'll reset the clock here with a few more minutes.
Yeah, we've got about 4 minutes until this second half kick goes. So
let's talk about how Marysville's actually finally playing with some fire.
That was the direction I wanted to head. Is that I wanted to talk about.
They're excited.
The fist pumps that we're seeing, the jumping around, the excitement. I think you play better when you're excited.
Sure.
Not flat-footed, not head hung low. Everybody's excited about what their opportunity is. And what you also have to do to play well, especially in high school football, is you got to do your job.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even though there's no heroes, except for when it's your job as a hero. Like, I know it didn't count because of the penalty, but Brooke Williams, all he did was his job. But it looked really good flying across the field and making a touchdown-saving tackle at the time. Sometimes your job is to just get in somebody's way.
Yep.
Sometimes your job is to make sure that, hey, don't quit on that play. Will Otot was beat. That ball was a tad underthrown, and he efforted for it, and the receiver didn't. And not only did he knock it down, he knocked it down to himself and caught the pass. So those are hero plays, but all they were doing was their job.
Yep.
And that's what you have to do. And sometimes your job doesn't look very pretty. Sometimes it's not noticeable from those in the crowd. But if you do your job and all 10 other guys on the team do their job, you will be successful at high school football. I don't care what offense you're running. I don't care what defense you're running. If everybody does their job, every play, you'll be successful at high school football.
I completely agree. I think a little bit of credit needs to go to who recovered that first onside kick, Nathan Fisher.
Yeah.
If this game starts off with an onside kick that Concordia gets to keep, I don't think there's any way we're looking at a 15-6 first half score.
A couple of other halftime scores. Abilene 7, Chapman 6. Clay Center 40, Hiawatha 0. Those are all your district games.
Wait, the Abilene.
Well, Abilene's not in your
Abilene
district.
and Chapman are in our district. Yeah.
Right, you're right. Those
are
the
the teams we played.
There's the district games, Clay Center and Hiawatha, league game, Abilene and Chapman. Your other district matchup will be off. Or would they be? Yeah, they're off tonight, right? Rock Creek.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. I haven't pulled up their
Well,
schedule.
they would be off from district play.
They're off from district play.
Because with the 5-team districts, you can't all have a district game every week. Doesn't work.
Explains why we play Valley Heights in the middle of the season.
Correct.
Which I was confused with earlier in the year. But now, with knowing that there's only 5, that makes a lot more sense. Minute and a half to go until the second half kickoff. Marysville will kick off to Concordia. So Concordia down 9. We'll get the ball first. We're going to take a quick break and bring it right back for second half action.
Legacy Carpet Cleaning will give your floors a fresh as new look. Let their team of dedicated professionals tackle your carpet or tile cleaning. Your home feels fresh, looks great, and makes a more healthy environment for you and your family. Call Skylar Price today for an appointment and let Legacy Carpet Cleaning in Marysville go to work for you.
JD Construction wants to make your dream home a reality. Whether you want to build a custom home, remodel your current home, or add on a deck or patio, JD Construction can handle all of your residential construction needs. They are also experts when it comes to agricultural and residential buildings. For small or large projects, consider a custom building from JD Construction. They'll give you high-quality work while staying on schedule and budget. Contact Jared Smith at 562-5472. From start to finish, it's JD Construction.
Welcome back. Brian Crott and Jason Brenniger are about to bring you some second half Marysville High School football action. We're hosting Concordia here at Homer Hanson Field, Landau Family Sports Complex, and the Pat Landau Memorial Field. So Marysville, Jack Lauer's going to kick off. Back to receive number 1, Joey Henderson, and number 9, another Henderson.
Each team just essentially with 4 possessions in that first half.
Mm-hmm. Here's your kickoff. Jack sends it pretty deep, caught at the 19. Hard run by a guy who's not even in the Concordia book. We'll call him number 8. Brian Cook agrees next door. First down Concordia. Start of the second half. They're down 9 points.
I think this is their second worst starting field position. Yeah, they started at the 14 on the first drive, and then it was the 43, the 42, the 50, the 37, and now the 34. The farther you have to go to get a touchdown, the harder it becomes most of the time.
All right, here's your first down play. Handoff to Hanson.
Nothing. Well, they give him 2 on the forward progress. Yeah. He was tripped up in the backfield.
Yeah.
Good play over there. I believe it was Blake Spicer, yeah.
Getting some updates from my wife on how we sound and how the halftime thing worked out. She said you did a great job, Jason.
Well,
second to Nate.
That implies other things than Brian.
No, you did a good job fixing the thing you messed up. Is that what you're talking about? Here's your second down run. It's going to be a Hanson again.
So he's getting 2-3 yards, but he's not capable of really making people miss or exploding around an edge like Hake was doing and looking like he was going to do on a regular basis. No report that we've gotten to give you any information on what his status might be, but he isn't anywhere near where the offensive play caller is right now.
Yeah, he was following him around, but now he's just kind of standing in the middle. So that would lead us to assume his night's done. Pass here on 3rd and 6, completed.
Just
really hard run.
Yeah.
Alec Francis.
Just a screen pass. Or not a screen pass, a seam pass.
Seam, yeah.
He just came up the seam and ran the slant into the seam, and down the field he went. Big long gain. How many gated?
12 plus 15.
27.
From the 38, Concordia 48, down to the Marysville 35.
So Concordia in business right away, and I think that's a pretty good indication that you're going to see them sling it around quite a bit more in this second half. Had some success with it, but 2 costly interceptions.
And Primo has proven he's a pretty decent quarterback. He's back to pass. He scrambles.
Oh, Spicer almost got it.
Yeah, avoids the sack. Runs over Hornbeak.
Ran hard, too, yeah. Not only Hornbeak, he ran over Dakota Slupionic.
Yeah.
Dakota's a large man.
That was there, too. So give him 7 on that run. Wow.
Dakota, number 5 in your program, number 72 on the field, switched from that running back to the offensive line to help Hank Reed, especially when Thomas Behrens went down. Dakota's done a good job, and he's still starting middle linebacker. It's just seeing number 72 there is kind of weird.
Yeah. Here's your 2nd and 4 or 2nd and 3 play. Oh,
this is incomplete.
Nearly completed, nearly incomplete. Pass intended for number 5, Alec Francis, who's in my playbook as a running back.
Francis was looking to get a flag there. He kind of got hit around the neck or the head area, he thought. He did. He was looking for a flag. Officials decided it was just upper shoulder pads.
New officials came out. Nice. To Marysville's staff's credit, they did add 5/72 on the new programs. Jason just doesn't have a new one. 3rd and 3. Hand off to Hanson. Needed 3.
He didn't get it.
1 or 2. 2.
Going to be 4th and 1. I don't think that there's any doubt about what's going to happen here. They're going to run a play. It'll be interesting to see what the play looks like. Marysville's going to trade out an outside linebacker, cornerback type for a interior defensive lineman. So basically, you do have 4 defensive linemen on this play.
This is a long one. Hanson, we're not sure he's even capable of getting this. Marysville's defense has done an excellent job corralling Hanson. It's going to be quarterback keeper. He's going to follow him as close.
Yeah,
I think
he got it.
He's got to get past the 25 of Marysville, and they're standing right on it.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Now, they'll swing it around a couple times, and then...
No, they just already called it first down.
Okay. First down, so it was close. Marysville doing a pretty good job on 4th and 1, but not quite what they needed to do. 1st and 10 now. 15-yard line to gain for Concordia.
Twins to this near side, a tight end on the far side with a slot right behind him.
Primo in shotgun. Gets the snap. Fakes the handoff. Hits a wide receiver who runs over Will Otot.
Joey Henderson on the catch. Give him 11, maybe even 12.
First down.
You get to decide, Caden. You're the one writing it. It's just a little dig route. And there's nothing fancy about it. It's play action. He's finding a seam in the defensive secondary.
Mm-hmm. So I played strong safety. Not that anybody cares what I did for football. But if there was ever a little wide receiver who did a crossing route,
kaboom!
I made sure that they never ran across my face ever again. I think Marysville needs to maybe do the same. Run here for Concordia. 25, the carries. Drew Sterritt, sophomore.
Interesting. So, Hanson didn't do anything wrong or poor or anything like that. He just doesn't have the dynamic playmaking ability that you'd like to have out of a high school running back. And they might be turning the corner here to Sterritt because he might have a little bit more big play ability, although a year younger.
You can see he ran, like you said, a little more explosively. I like that. Instead of patient. 2nd and 9. Pass. Primo's going to run.
He's going to tuck it and run, and he runs hard, man. He struck 2 Marysville players there, didn't he?
Yeah, all the way down to the Marysville 4-yard line. There is a first down line to gain about the 3.5.
Yeah, it's really close. I think it's going to be third and inches. 8-yard gain on the play there. But I like the way he runs.
Yeah, he lowers those shoulder pads.
Unfortunately, the Concordia program doesn't put heights and weights. He lowered his shoulder and delivered a kaboom.
Mm-hmm.
Went to the sideline, got his own play this time.
He's not extremely tall, but he's pretty stout. Here's your 3rd and inches play inside the 5-yard line for Concordia. Down 9. Quarterback sneak.
All the way to the 1. 1st and goal from there.
Gets 4 yards on the quarterback sneak.
So, yeah, there's a lot to like about Primo. He's done a good job throwing the football for the most part, runs it well. He's made some good decisions. Both the one INT, the first one was maybe a poor decision because he wasn't able to kind of put the float on the ball that he needed to. The second one, this guy was open when he let it go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just great effort by Will Otot.
Yep, pretty accurate throw, too. I mean, he put it, I think, where he needed to be. Like you said, let's put that on the wide receiver.
1st and goal from the 2.
Primo under center. Man in motion. Hands it to the guy in motion.
Why did he
changes the field? It's going to be close to a touchdown, but nope, he's short.
I have no idea why he stopped.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2 yards. He had that pylon easy.
Absolutely.
That's Joey Henderson.
Yep, number 1, Joey Henderson. We hadn't called his name much until here just recently. He's coming off the field.
He's going to see that on film tomorrow, and he's going to kick himself.
Mm-hmm. 2nd and 1 for Concordia. They won't be able to tie the ball game up this possession, but they can make it close. Quarterback sneak with a false
offsides. Whoa. Wow.
Not sure that that Primo was in.
Well, that's what you just.
If I'm Concordia's coach, I'm very frustrated that they even threw that flag because nobody. There was no encroachment.
It does nothing.
Here's Concordia's try again. The ball
fumbled into the end zone. If it goes out of the back, it's 2 points for Marysville. No, or touchback, rather. Excuse me. Sorry.
Brooke Williams signaling safety. But
it's at the other end of the field that it would be a safety. Here it's a touchback. Marysville ball at the 20. 4th Concordia turnover. This one at the most costly interval of the football game.
Holy cow. 1st and inches. Touchback is the official call. Marysville football.
So once that ball was out and in the end zone, nothing bad could happen for Marysville. Even if Concordia would have fallen, it has to go back to the point. You can't fumble forward, especially into the end zone. And so the mistake that I think it was number 1, or maybe it was number 9. Did you catch the number of the kid who tried to pick it up, Caden? Whoever that was his mistake. You don't try to pick that football up there. You corral it and make sure your team gets another snap.
Yep.
Instead, when he tried to pick it up, he flung it basically into the end zone, and then it was a free-for-all.
Yep. You got to dive on it. That one of the biggest turnovers you'll ever see.
Mm-hmm.
1st and 10, Marysville. It's going to be Williams getting the edge. It's hit real hard, but after a gain of 3 or 4.
Yeah, almost 5. We'll see where they mark it.
Number 5, Alec Francis with the hit.
It's a nice hit. There's been some pretty good hits by both teams here tonight, and that's what you like to see is good, clean, hard-hitting football.
Yep. Rhett Williams. I cheated and just said Williams. That was Rhett Williams with the run, not quarterback Rook Williams. Because he went to the edge, give him 5 yards. Ball at the 25.
Yeah, and if Henderson would have done that on his edge play, we wouldn't be talking about a fumble and a turnover right now.
Right. Marysville made a motion, but the handoff up the middle, and the deception got everyone. It's Hornbeak up the middle, and there's that dive. They have to respect it, and they didn't. First down, Marysville.
Very nice run. That 8 back-to-back plays where the ball was moved forward 13 yards in 2 plays, 1st and 10 Bulldogs.
Yeah, if you're Concordia right now, you are absolutely defeated.
That's right, Marysville's got them on the ropes. That's why I say a lot of drives don't have to end in points to be successful. If this one ends in points, you can just about put it on the board.
Yep. I agree. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Still in their own territory. Will Otot in motion. No handoff. Quarterback keeper to Rook Williams. A defender, number 55 and number 71 for Concordia. 55 is Keegan Beams. 71 is Gunnar Hale. They blew up that play.
It was a great job there by the defensive line of Concordia. Marysville's offensive line needs to respond and say there's no more of that. Don't let people cross your face like that. At least get in front of them.
2nd and at least 10, if not more. 4:06 to go in the 3rd quarter. Handoff up the middle to Hornbeak. Pretty good hard run.
Yep.
5 yards. Or 4.5 somewhere in there. Marysville on top 15-6. All scoring's been in the 2nd quarter. Nothing in the 1st quarter, nothing in the 3rd.
Well, Concordia put a nice drive together to start the 3rd quarter, got all the way down to the Marysville 1, couldn't convert on a couple of tries, and then, the Marysville defensive offsides was a big save because the very next play, Concordia fumbled the football.
3rd and a long 5 for Marysville in their own territory. Quarterback keeper. He pitches late.
And then he goes and gets a block.
Yep.
Rhett Williams is still on his feet.
You rarely see that. Down to the Concordia 41. Let's see.
22 yards on that carry.
Yep. 11 and 11.
And look,
12 and 9.
If you don't like to watch Rook Williams play football, stop watching people play football.
Yeah.
That kid came across the field and made a game-saving tackle in the first half. Then he pitches the football and goes downfield and gets a block to spring his brother for 8 more yards. Those are the things that unselfish play. You want to lead. You want to follow that leader.
Yeah. I've seen quarterbacks throw blocks on reverses, but never on an option when they pitch the ball early and then run up the field as a lead blocker. 3:17 to go. Not sure why the clock stopped. Something's happening. Officials are trying to sort it out. Shouldn't the clock be running? Did he get out of bounds? I don't know.
I didn't think he went out of bounds, but maybe.
Yeah. 1st and 10. The play clock's never started. Okay. All right. And the white hat said, give him some more time. Now blows his whistle. Under center. Quarterback sneak on 1st and 10. I don't hate it because it's been working.
Well, he got 4.
Yeah, 4 yards.
He got 4.
You could do that every time, and you will win this game.
And I think you mean by that get 4 yards every play.
No,
I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure that isn't there every play for 4 yards, right?
Yeah, I can tell it's the no cadence. It's the silent snap. Just going because Marysville gets off the ball so much quicker. Which Concordia is supposed to be just keyed in on the football. They're not supposed to be listening to the cadence anyway, but it's working. Brooke Williams under center again. Man in motion. Hand off to Hornbeak. Hornbeak with a good hard run himself.
Yeah, hit at the line of scrimmage, but he after contact yards for 4, 3rd and 2, and this is exactly
where Marysville wants.
This is exactly what Tony Trimble dials up and wants this to look like.
Mm-hmm.
And I also wonder if this isn't exactly where you go a little deeper in the playbook.
I completely disagree with that. I would say quarterback sneak and get your first down, but on 2nd and 2, maybe. Hornbeak up the middle, first down.
Yep.
He got 3, needed 2.
Yeah, he needed to get past the 31. I don't think he got all the way to the 30, but he definitely got past the 31.
Yeah.
Everybody's moving chains. And those Concordia guys are putting hands on hips. Things are starting to look bleak over there.
This side judge did move him back a little bit, but they said first down. I called it right.
He did. This is a quote bad spot when you're a foot and a half off. How can it be that bad of a spot? But this ball was almost to the 30, and now it's at the 31.
I had it at the 30 visually, but we do have a little better vision than that side judge.
Oh, especially because we're so much closer, you know.
That Concordia player's offside, but they're going to let it happen. Quarterback keeper. Oh, he makes multiple guys miss.
He did.
10 yards on first down.
That's a good, hard run.
Brooke Williams with the quarterback keeper. I think a lot of Concordia's teams thought that Hornbeak had the ball.
Well, you got to give Hornbeak a ton of credit. He's running like he has the football, and that's a key to this offense. If you're the fullback and you're half weighing it when you're not the guy getting it, it's going to reveal itself, and it's not going to work very well.
Well, don't forget that he spent all of the summer taking second-string snaps.
Yep.
Here the last 2 weeks, he's finally getting those varsity snaps. He looks like he's practiced finally.
Right.
We knew he was talented. He just hadn't had the opportunity to practice. It is Hornbeak on cue. He needed 1. He gets 1.
That was all about moving the chains, fresh set of downs.
In 2nd and inches, I like the shot at the end.
And that's what you just had there, and it didn't take it.
But moving the chains is good. Yeah, I don't mean to take anything away from Tremont Hornbeak. He is full of talent. But he looked like, when he first got put in, like he'd been taking second-team snaps.
Well, yeah, and frankly, when Peyton Smith comes back, he's going to go back. All right, I got us back. I have no idea what the heck happened there, but 15-6, Marysville, 10:15 to go, fourth quarter, fumbled snap, and oh my goodness, I think it's going to be Concordia football. Ooh, that's dangerous. Both teams pointing in different directions. We'll see. Brooke Williams just took the snap, turned around, and didn't have the football.
It was 3rd and goal from the 5.
4th down.
4th down, Marysville maintains possession, loss of 3. Ron Green, hopefully you can hear us. Thanks for shouting out that you couldn't hear us.
All right, you're going to have to take a time out here and talk this over, right? Nope, they're going to run a play.
So it's 4th and goal from the Concordia 8. Marysville up 15-6. 9:50 to go in the ball game. They're definitely going to let every second rock.
Yeah, they're going to take the timeout and talk it over.
We're afraid to take it.
No, we're not. We're going to do it. Gutsy. Here we go.
There we go.
At United Bank & Trust, we get it. Bank hours don't always fit into your schedule. With the United Bank & Trust mobile banking app, you can bank anytime, anywhere. At home, at work, or anywhere in between. You can perform convenient and secure transactions like mobile check deposit, transfer money between accounts, or see your balance instantly. Find it by searching for United Bank & Trust mobile app in your app store. Mobile banking with United Bank & Trust. It's banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Freeze CPA in Marysville has built a heritage of trust and reliability with your accounting, tax, and business advisory needs through the years. Certified public accountant Marcus Freeze, with over 25 years of experience, and his staff continue that tradition of outstanding service to you, the customer, each and every day. Freeze CPA, downtown Marysville.
Welcome back. We believe we have you. Thanks for sticking with us. Marysville on top, 15-6, with the ball. 4th and goal from the 8. Jason, great work on the...
Well, I just followed the script. Something happened with the buttons, and we lost our ability to hear what was going on in there. But here we go, big play.
4th and 8. There's your snap. Fake handoff, pass. Touchdown! Williams to Williams!
Wow. Just down the seam. Play action. It's actually a play I watched Concordia run against Marysville. Worked pretty well a couple of times. That ball was thrown a little low. Only person who was going to have any chance to catch it was Rhett Williams, and he did for an 8-yard touchdown pass on 4th down. Marysville extends their lead to 21-6 with an extra point looming.
What a just amazing job by this Marysville team today. They're playing inspired football. They look like they want to win. They look like they're ready to take on the season. The first 3 games didn't matter, so they literally are 0-0. Going for 2.
Yeah, this would make it a 3-score game.
And Marysville's going to take their second timeout.
And there's still 9:42 to go in this ball game, so that could become costly. But we'll be right back and see how it unfolds.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance as you. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind you have you covered. Please come see the girls on Broadway at Alliance Insurance, 785-562-2393.
Welcome back. So Marysville's sorting out what they're going to do here on this 2-point conversion. It's 21-6. So if nothing happens, two scores from Concordia, nothing happens here if it fails. 2 scores from Concordia could take the lead.
That's right. 16 points is possible in 2 scores. So if you get the extra point, you've ensured that that's just a tie. If you get the 2-point, you've ensured that you're still up 23-22. Coach Trimble is elected to try and be up. They got Dakota Slupionic in at the fullback position.
Need 3 yards. Here's your 2-point conversion stat. Option our direction. Quarterback keeper, 2-point conversion's good.
Rook looks so good on the football field right now. 23-6 Marysville. We'll be right back.
Get away with a shopping day at Reflections Hallmark. Beautiful home decor pieces, scented candles, last-minute gift ideas for any reason, plus Hallmark cards, as well as fabulous boutique clothing and accessories. For yourself, for your home, for someone else. Shop Reflections Hallmark in downtown Marysville. And remember, they do custom picture framing with lots of frames and matting choices. You're always welcome. Thanks for shopping local. Reflections Hallmark, downtown Marysville.
There is a difference. Oh, what a difference.
We've helped a lot of families own their own home. We have several options available in mortgage loans. If you're thinking of building or buying a new home, come in and see us. We're an equal housing lender. First Commerce Bank. Experience the difference. Member FDIC.
There is a difference.
Every driver is different. So is every car insurance policy. At Blue Valley Insurance, we get it. That's why we offer an array of options, from affordable coverage options to extra services and money-saving discounts. We're here to help you build the best car insurance policy for your needs. What's more, the right car insurance coverage can help protect you and your loved ones in the event of a car accident, theft, or other covered loss. See us at Blue Valley Insurance in Lynn, Greenleaf, Hanover, and Marysville.
Welcome back to Homer Hanson Stadium. Brian Crott and Jason Brenniger bringing you some Friday Night Lights action. Marysville just went on top 23-6. Three-possession game in the fourth quarter against Concordia.
That ball is bouncing around.
Yeah.
Concordia got it, but boy, they were nervous.
Squib kick bounced off a couple Concordia players down to the 35. You said the 33 was their worst field position.
Other than that very first possession of the game when they started at the 14.
Sure. Yep. Because of the turnover on downs. But 35 still pretty good field position.
I think it is absolutely the most neutral field position on the high school
35?
football field, yes.
Yep.
Anything less than that is not good. Anything more than that's good.
Yeah. Concordia down 3 possessions. Here's their 1st and 10 play. Primo in shotgun. Throws it downfield. He's got a receiver. Caught at the 40, the 45. He's going to get a first down.
Okay, so what they're doing there is they're flooding that zone, and they're taking that outside guy, and they're just having him fly down the football field, and that causes the deep man to bail. And then they're bringing another guy right in behind him, and that spot is just wide open.
Alec Francis gets 14 yards on the reception. First down right near midfield.
Mm-hmm. And that was number 5, Alec Francis.
Here's your first down play for Concordia. Down 23-6. Quarterback runs.
Wide open.
He's got a guy.
Williams got sucked in on that and didn't play the proper positioning.
He goes out of bounds, fortunately, at the...
Yeah. Peyton bleeds again. And he just got behind Williams, and that ball was in the air a long time, and Williams didn't turn and run to go get it.
40 yards.
Got it backpedaled.
Hopefully Caden out here. He was trying to count hash marks.
Yep.
He had his shoes off.
Yeah, he was
trying to bail him out. 1st and 10. Concordia ball's over the quarterback's head. He just smartly jumps on it. Marysville almost gets a little too greedy.
Yeah, you got to be real careful about diving in like that, especially when the player is on the ground and exposed and there's no other bodies around it.
So give Primo a loss of 8 yards from the 11 to the 19.
Concordia just refuses to handle any success by building on the success.
Mm-hmm. They're doing great things. It sounds like another team that we call.
Yeah.
We got a timeout. Somebody. Oh, Marysville takes their final timeout of the game. We're going to take it with them. Marysville 23, Concordia 6.
For reliable trash pickup and roll-off service, call on Temps Disposal. Containers sized to meet your needs for residential, commercial, and construction jobs. Always prompt and professional, Temps Disposal serves Marshall, Washington, and Gage counties. Let them go to work for you. If it's their weekly collection schedule or one-time pickups for construction, moving, or cleanup, Temps Disposal in Marysville is a phone call away at 785-562-5360.
Over Marysville. Hey, welcome back. We're just trying to figure out how many timeouts are left in this ball game. Marysville's out. Concordia does still have 3, but they're down 17 points.
Sure, Concordia's now fighting 2 enemies. One is Marysville, the other is the clock.
I love it when you say that. That's well put. 2nd and long. There is a first down to gain. Right around the 1.
Yeah, it is right around the 1.
2nd and long, the bad snap, I guess no fault of Primo's other than he just hasn't grown tall enough.
Right.
Primo in shotgun, handles it this time, looking to pass. That's the scramble because we have a Marysville defender. He's taken down.
Blake Spicer. Blake says, no, sir, you're not getting my edge today.
And I'm glad to see Blake Spicer get that sack because he's been so close a couple times. He's been either at the ankles of Primo or he just misses a tackle. This time, Primo doesn't get away. He's going to lose more yardage from the 18 back to the 23, so minus 5 more, Caden. Probably already had that. You can leave it at 4.
2 chances to get to the 1 here. 3rd and long. Marysville needs to make sure and understand that they're going to be looking to go deep.
Primo rolls out. He's got a guy wide open. Oh, Marysville jumps the ball.
Incomplete. But a great job there by reading the route. Who was that?
By position.
It was Schaefer.
Oh, was it?
It was Tristan Schaefer. He jumped that route.
Not by position. It might be Rook Williams, but... Or not Rook Williams, number 17. Colton Shoddy.
Yeah, Shoddy's been playing back there at one corner.
Yeah.
And then Williams at the safety, and then the other side it's Williams at the corner and Otot at the safety. And Shoddy's basically in there, or Schaefer, Tristan Schaefer is in there as a nickel back.
Okay. Yeah, he has a lot of duties. He's essentially a linebacker, but they've got him dropping in pass protection. So timeout. Concordia will take it with them. Be right back.
Napa know-how.
Locally owned, locally operated, your Napa Parts store in Marysville offers Napa parts and accessories, plus the tools, equipment, and supplies you need to get every job done right the first time. The right tools at the right price, plus Napa know-how. From your locally owned and locally operated Napa Parts store in Marysville, Enan's Automotive.
Napa know-how.
Farming is your way of life. State Farm agent John Bannister gets that. State Farm's farm policies are designed to deliver broad, flexible coverage customized to how you run your operation. Protect what you've worked hard to build. John is proud to tailor coverage to meet the vast needs of your farm. Contact State Farm agent John Bannister, 1022 Broadway in Marysville today.
Welcome back. Pat Landahl Memorial Field. Brian Trott and Jason Brenniger bringing you the Marysville High School football action. Marysville at home, hosting Concordia, and Marysville on top here in the fourth quarter, 23-6, 7:25 to go in the ball game. Concordia with the ball. They've been marching, but it's 4th and forever.
It's 4th in a football game is what it is. If Concordia doesn't convert, this game is over.
Absolutely. Here's your 4th down play. Primo throws downfield. He's got him in. Overthrown. Smartly. Dropped.
Will Otot making a very, very smart decision to say, look, we'll get it at the 24 if I put this on the ground and not at the 2 if I catch it. And I'll tell you what, Primo was hit hard by a couple of Marysville guys just as he let that ball go.
Love it. Yeah, I truly believe Will Otot dropped that intentionally.
For sure.
Because it kind of hit him like in his hands. He kind of just threw his hands at it rather than trying to snag it. We've seen his hands at work today. He can catch the ball. So 1st and 10, Marysville up 17 points, 7:19 to go. It would not be their first 7-minute drive if they are able to ice this clock. Brooke Williams under center. Rhett in motion. Handoffs up the gut.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not. I can't follow it at all. Rook Williams keeps it for a bunch of yards. Lands hard on his head, though, at the Marysville 49.
Dakota Slupionic is your fullback right now. So I'm not sure. I should have paid better attention with Hornbeek on defense. Was he out there at that middle linebacker or not?
So from the 24 to the 48, it's a 24-yard run by Rook Williams. He went down hard, but he popped up faster. Clock's moving, 6:52. Marysville in no hurry, and they shouldn't be. 10, 9, 8. Got these beautiful play clocks. I believe handoff up the middle. Races 2 guys to beat. One's on his shoulders. He's carried him in. All the way down to the 1. It's a scrum.
It might be in. He might be in.
It's a touchdown.
He's in. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Marysville.
52 yards. Dakota Slupionic
wearing number 72
on his first touch of the football game.
Dakota.
Wow, how much fun run is this, guys? 29-6, Marysville.
52-yard run. Extra point try this time. 6:24 to go in the ball game.
I had a rough day today, Brian.
Yes, sir.
We had to put my grandpa to rest, and I knew that I needed to be here, and I'm just glad I am.
It heals your soul, doesn't it? Here's your extra point try. Jack Lauer boots it very well, but is it through the uprights? Yes. Extra point, good. Marysville 30, Concordia 6.
When you rollers send for Schroller.
For complete body repair, see Jeff at Schroller Collision Center. A family business for several generations, let Jeff and his quality crew help you with your auto needs. Schroller Collision Center, 701 Carolina, 562-3546.
Kickafer and Bussing, certified public accountants in Marysville and now in Seneca, are qualified and available to assist you with all of your income tax and accounting needs. Stop by and visit Ken Kickafer, Kent Bussing, or their staff of certified public accountants and paraprofessionals. For prompt and friendly service, contact Kickafer and Bussing at their two locations, 1100 Broadway in Marysville at 562-2100 or 508 Main Street in Seneca at 336-2400 to set up an appointment. Kickafer and Bussing, where quality begins.
Welcome back. Brian Crott and Jason Brenner here. KNDY Sports, Friday Night Lights.
94.1 FM, 1570 AM.
Yeah, you're better at that.
Online. Get the app.
I'm telling
Why
you.
don't you have the app, guys? Get the app. It's not that hard. Go to the App Store.
It's just so much easier to tell my smart home device to play KNDY radio. Then boom, it's us.
There you go.
Yep. Here's Marysville's kickoff. Up 24. Oh, ball's on the ground. But quickly fielded at the 25. Marysville got it.
Great job. Who was
Right
that?
there. They're congratulating him. I think it's Schaefer, yeah.
Kristen Schaefer with another big play. Great open field tackle, and I love the kickoff design and the coverage. And, you know, Marysville basically Bert has other responsibilities, but he's basically a dedicated special teams coach, and he works on it. He works very hard on it, and they've got some good strategies. They get the film, and that was a good job there.
Not too often you see the ball fielded at the 24-yard line and returned to the 26.
Right.
Or 27, 3-yard return. Concordia down 24 with 6:17 to go. Primo in the backfield, clearly going to be passed. He rolls out. He's going to scramble this time. He does have tons of room. Runs a Marysville player over.
I think that was Schaefer. So, but Primo, that's really not the right move there. You know, you're the quarterback, kid, and you're the only real offense we've got right now, especially with Hake on the sideline. Just go out of bounds.
Yep.
Live to fight another day. I mean, I love the toughness, but I just don't know that it's all that smart.
Sure. 1st and 10, Concordia. Pretty good run there. Pretty good run there. Up to the 43-yard line. I forget what we started, the 27. So 26-yard gain. Here's your first down play. Pass.
Oh, just in and out of the hands of number 12, Peyton Brees, who's had a nice night, but he couldn't corral that one.
His effort isn't now what it was in the first quarter.
Oh, no, the energy's gone. One big kid on the sideline here, and I think that it might be precautionary / potential injury based, because if you're going to run one middle linebacker, you'd usually use the more agile and smaller. And although Dakota is, obviously, as we just saw, pretty quick, he's a lot bigger body, and it's definitely, you're playing 5 defensive backs, practically 6 right now.
2nd and 10 play after the incompletion. Primo drops back. There was a pretty clear hold, but officials have no interest in throwing a flag right now.
Fine.
Primo runs over.
A couple of guys.
Man, how many times have we said that? Primo running people over. It's their quarterback. Good for 5-yard run. 3rd and 5 coming.
But that 5-yard run ended inbounds, and Primo had the opportunity to go outside. And especially now, you go, don't finish them inbounds because show me how tough you are. Finish them out of bounds, show me how smart you are.
To stop that clock. 5:26 to go. Marysville up 24 points, 30-6.
Sure.
There's a pass nearly intercepted by Schaefer.
Yeah, guess what? Tristan Schaefer is all of a sudden all over the place back there, earning himself some playing time for future games. And that though you don't necessarily expect to be in a 5 defensive back situation, when you now have 5 defensive backs you can trust for those 4 spots, you can get your quarterback a breather when he breaks a long run. You can get Rhett to the sideline, have him catch some air, whatever you might need. And it's nice to know that you got a player back there that you can trust.
Is this the first punt? Concordia punt
Yes,
of the game?
sir. Yes, sir. Which makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
I don't see any benefit to punting the football here.
No. Yeah. When the game's out of reach, maybe they need to practice it. And clearly the long...
Clearly blocked. Oh, no.
It's tipped. It's tipped, right?
No. No.
I mean, the ball should have been marked at like the 45 or 50-yard line. I think it's tipped. That's what Marysville sideline's saying right now. The ball was tipped.
That's the discussion.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could miss that being right there like that, but...
Am I wrong in that if the ball's tipped, you can do whatever you want to the
You're
ball?
not wrong. There's no running into or
personal
foul.
Wow. Okay, so he changed. They had a meeting and he changed it.
Yeah, I thought maybe they had a chance to get rid of it and say, no, it was tipped. But then instead, now you got to go 15 yards downfield, automatic first down. It was, it certainly, if it wasn't tipped, there was too much contact to not throw a flag. Personal foul, fine. It wasn't dirty. It was just, when you're trying to block a punt and you don't, you're not necessarily all that able to move your body in a way that allows you to avoid the contact with the punter, too.
Sure. All right, here's your first down play for Concordia after the penalty converts for them. And they're going to do a little double handoff.
And it goes for 2.5 yards.
24, Mason Eichmann. We've called his name maybe a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Cook says Juandre Walton with the tackle. We'll believe him.
Well, they're not. Okay, this fella spotting the football is struggling a bit.
Being a 1 or 2, the scoreboard says 2nd and 8. I agree with that. 2nd and 8. Here's your snap. Primo back to pass. Spicer gets in his... He throws it, but he gets it completed to Joey Henderson.
But Dakota put a pounding on him when he caught it. He paid for catching that football.
10-yard gain.
Dakota listed at 6'1", 230. That's a big man.
Yeah. That's you on my shoulders. 1st and 10, Concordia. Down 30-6. Quarterback.
Primo running into his own guys now.
Marysville put her down in the backfield.
That's Walton. He's up and fine. He's had some things that he's had to deal with this year, but that guy's tough. And speaking of big man, he's big too. He's 6'2", 220.
Mm-hmm. Yep, gained the 7 with the quarterback keeper. Ran into his own guys a few times, kept scampering. It appears as though some Concordia players might have given up. Here's your 2nd and short play. A really bad hold that they're just going to let go. I mean, did you see that? A pass incomplete, I believe. Oh, no, pass completed. No idea who the receiver is, but I don't think your stats matter for them much anyway, Caden. But pass completed from the 23 down to the 11. So
it was Brees again, wasn't it?
Okay, sure. Pretty far away from us.
Yeah, the big issue is it's 3:33 and counting. Marysville up 4 full scores. Excuse me, 3 full scores. Yeah. In and out, incomplete there.
That'll stop the clock. 2nd down, Concordia. Now, they've been down in this area how many times?
A lot.
4 or 5. It's
turnovers. Yeah.
Or is it all turnovers?
All
turnovers. No, one was turnover on down, but that Will Otakota picked up.
For sure.
Yeah.
You're right. Yep, that's right.
3:23 to go. Marysville 30, Concordia 6. Concordia driving, looking to add to their total. Final score does matter. We're in district play. 2nd and 10. Primo rolls out. Might have a guy in the end zone. Incomplete.
Out of bounds.
So he caught it, but out of bounds. 3rd and 10. There's a first down to gain at the maybe 1 yard line, 2 yard line, 1 yard line. Concordia huddles up. Clock stopped at 3:17.
2 chances here to get this first down.
Primo gets the snap, rolls out, makes a Marysville defender miss. He's going to run a few yards, which doesn't work too well.
You probably really got to burn a timeout here, I think.
I don't know. The Concordia sideline is interested in extending this game, so they're just going to let it go.
Yeah, but you're interested in scoring here, and you need to get your best play on this.
I agree completely. Like I said, in district play, score does matter.
Yep.
We don't know who the bottom 2 teams are going to be. But Concordia is going to want to try their best not to be one of them. And missed throw there.
It wasn't even to anybody.
Yeah, missed throw on 4th and 5, turnover on downs. So big deal for Marysville, holding them to 6 here. I don't know if they can run it out or if they have to get a first down, but all depends on whether Concordia
has the 2 timeouts. Do they want to use them? I would have used one right there because you're right. I think the game's over absent something really, really wild.
Mm-hmm.
But the game is definitely over if I don't score here. So I want my best play on it.
Mm-hmm. Marysville on top, 30-6. Concordia comes into Marysville for the first district play game. 5 teams in district. 3 move on and 2 stay home? If we told you
I think it's still the 4,
Still 4.
And then the 5th one plays that matchup.
Too many men on the field for Concordia, and this is still their starters. I mean, not a whole lot of excuse for that. Free 5 yards for Marysville, making that first down to gain a little easier. All starters for Marysville. Slupianic in at fullback. Hornbeak still on the sideline. Here's your snap. Quarterback sneak. He's going to get 3 yards for Rook.
Fabulous night for Rook, just by the numbers and the intangibles.
Yeah, the 52-yard run by Dakota Slupianic is the only play that Rook Williams was not involved in. At least on the score sheet.
Yeah, on the score sheet.
He handed it to him, yeah.
They're going to wait. There's still 15 seconds on the play clock. They're not even down in their stances just yet.
They're going to let it roll all the way down. Probably another quarterback sneak to get the first down, and then kneel it out. Handoff up the middle. Slupianic.
Not much there.
Going to be stopped by Concordia.
That was not well blocked up front. I don't know if he even got a yard.
But it keeps the clock moving.
It does. And they can burn another 30 seconds here pretty easy and take the snap at about 1:10. If you do get the first down, it is over.
Rook comes all the way over the sideline. He knows he has plenty of time. They look at their wristbands for the play. 18, 17, 124 on the play or on the game clock. 10 on the play clock. Snap's going to come at about 107. So they had to go a little early. Quarterback keeper.
First down.
Rook Williams gets the first down.
Look at him put 2 hands over that football, too, when the contact came.
From the 14, I'm not sure from the 14 to the 33, give him 19 yards to end the game. Victory formation for Bulldogs.
1-3 on the season, but 1-0 in districts. What a great start to the district season for the Marysville Bulldogs.
All I heard was 1-0 on the season. The first 3 games mean nothing. Marysville not in contention to be NCKL champion anymore. That's not Not as big of a deal as it used to be. When I was in school, that was the first task you took care of. There's your first kneel down. And the clock's going to reset at a large enough number. That's the ball game. Marysville goes on to win 30-6. You want to keep it right here, Jason? You want to send it away?
No, we'll just take a break and we'll come back and we'll wrap this thing up for you.
Yep.
Haymakers like you told us what they want from a self-propelled windrower, and New Holland listened. Visit Can-Equip in Marysville and see the result. The high productivity, high precision, high performance Speed Rower Plus, featuring the industry's fastest speeds, drive-by-wire controls, PLM solutions, and our most comfortable ride ever. It'll help you mow more hay in a day faster and with greater precision. Stop by Can-Equip in Marysville and put big new pluses to work in your hay operation.
Sunflower Community Credit Union recognizes that members' health, both personal and financial, is top priority. In order to make your banking a completely safe experience, they're proud to now offer drive-in convenience, Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5:30, Saturday, 8:30 till noon. Lending can be done remotely as well. Contact their friendly loan officers at 562-3741. New members always welcome. Call, go online, or drop by Sunflower Community Credit Union in Marysville for more details. Caring about your personal and financial health, Sunflower Community Credit Union.
Welcome back to Homer Hanson Stadium. Jason's in a rush to get me to go, but I'm enjoying on to victory because Marysville are on to their first victory of the year.
Well, they did it in a good way. And what I mean by that is that Concordia is a pretty good football team. They shot themselves in the foot. And sometimes when a pretty good football team shoots themselves in the foot, if they're not playing a team that's ready for that, it doesn't matter. Sure. But Marysville took advantage of all those Concordia mistakes. Did a great job putting themselves in a position to be successful, and they were successful. A breakthrough moment in the early tenure of Coach Tony Trimble. First victory, obviously, is a breakthrough moment. 1-0 in district play, big moment. But now he can carry the banner of, I told you, this will work. Yeah. And so now they can go out and just do it.
And they look like they're 100% bought in. They look excited. Let's run through the scoring. Nothing in the first quarters. First scores in the second quarter was 7:37 to go until halftime. Rook Williams, 1-yard run on a quarterback sneak. Jack Lauer hits the extra point. 7-0 Marysville. We believe first time taking the lead right off the bat. Still in the second quarter, we get a 32-yard pass from Primo of Concordia to Alec Francis. 2-point conversion was no good. Marysville 7, Concordia 6. A minute later, 54-yard hook and ladder pass. Williams to Devin Tomer to Williams. Touchdown on that 54-yard pass. And 2-point conversion was good. Rook Williams with the quarterback sneak. 15-6 is where we went into halftime. Nothing to get in the third quarter, but fourth quarter was all Marysville. 8-yard pass, Williams to Williams, and a 2-point conversion good by Rook Williams. 23-6. And then Dakota Slupionic with a big 52-yard run. Extra point was good. Marysville wins 30-6. If you're somewhere in town and you hear the bell,
ringing the bell.
Gotta love it.
It's always fun to ring that bell, and good job to those Marysville Bulldogs starting off district play undefeated. Concordia, 323 total yards, 237 through the air, only 86 on the ground. Hake, 2 carries, 15 yards. Primo, 13 carries, 37 yards. Hanson, 11 carries, 24 yards, and a couple other guys with a carry here and there. So 86 yards on the ground, 237 in the air. Primo was 18 of 26 for 237, 1 touchdown, but 2 INTs, one of them very, very costly. He also had a fumble at the goal line that ended up to be very, very huge as well. Marysville offensively, 352 total yards, 240 on the ground, 112 in the air. The 240 on the ground came Otot, 2 carries, 5 yards. Rhett Williams, 7 carries, 50 yards. Rook Williams, 10 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown. Hornbeak, 13 carries, 56 yards. Slupionic, 2 carries for 53 yards, but the 52-yard touchdown on top of that. Rhett Williams contributed also catching the football, 3 for 65, 2 touchdown passes. Rook Williams, and then also Otot had 2 catches for 36 yards, and Shoddy had a catch for 11 yards. Rook Williams passing, 5 for 5. Is that right, Caden? 5 for 5? Oh, my gosh, good job. And 2 touchdown passes. Rook was 5 for 5. Rhett was 1 for 1. He had an 18-yard pass himself. So a very good night for Marysville offensively and all the way around it. Good job. Caden, thank you for keeping those stats for me. Brian, always thank you. Great job again tonight. Lisa back in the studio for keeping us straight. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
At your service 24/7, on air, online, and on our mobile app. News, weather, sports, and more. Yours from KNDY.